Hey, Robert.
How you doing?
Let's see where I'm at here. Can
Okay.
you hear me, Robert?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, I haven't got any volume. Hang on a minute. Let me see what's going on here. Where my volume's at? Hang on. All right, let me see if I can hear you now, Robert. Say something.
Okay. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Okay, I'm still not hearing you loud. I don't know if it's me or.
Well, my mic said it was good.
Oh, hang on. I know what it is. I do. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
I was hearing you over my Don earphones.
Oh,
There we go. I think
I've done that before.
Yeah, let me get my tablet set up and see if I can get my YouTube on so I can see chat. Welcome everybody to the Coin Corner. We're going to be talking about 60D pennies today. And happen to be very fortunate to have Robert Larson from Coin Op here as one of my guests, and I thank you for being here, Robert.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I feel honored.
Okay, I'll be right back. Hold the fort down. Let me see if I can get this other laptop set up.
Okay. Let's see here.
All right, let's see.
Is Joe gonna be here tonight?
Yeah, Joe should be here. He's supposed to be here.
Okay.
I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, Joe should be here. He's supposed to be here.
Okay. Aha! I didn't know that we were. I didn't know you already had us going live. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land.
Yeah, I got the stream up. Let me. This isn't going to work. Let me go to the other computer here. Hang on.
I could do like I took when I was doing a StreamYard with somebody. I ain't gonna mention the name, but if they're out there, they'll know who they're talking about. They took it. I'm sitting there trying to talk to them and let them know I was in the stream, and they're sitting there doing this kind of number, and I sat there. It's like, man, I was so wishing I could get just get it to where I could record it. Hello, Art, the RPM group. How are you today? Bigfoot?
Silver. Right. There we go.
Okay.
I'm back over on the StreamYard side.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm back on the StreamYard side. I can see you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just got it right now where I was just looking at the chat popped out, so I can see everybody in the chat while I'm also right here in the StreamYard studio. So
yeah, that's
no green screen, guys. So hello, Bradley Height.
Hi, Bradley. Welcome.
Yep, Lincoln. Anna, how are you? Good to see you in here, Anna Hutchinson. Oh, look at there. That's their stranger, Flordelina Baratti.
Hey, welcome, Joe.
Joe Durbin in there.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, Joe?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing mostly good, my friend. Mostly good.
That's good. How about you, Alden?
I'm doing okay, Joe. Appreciate you being here, my friend.
You bet.
I'm going to try an experiment. I just got my microscope working, so I'm going to switch over to it just to see if we can get that going.
Oh, cool. That'd be neat.
All right. Hang on, folks. Let me see if it's going to work.
I know I got mine up. I can run it if I needed.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
I see a penny.
All right.
Oh, I see a 1960 D over D RPM.
Yes, sir. That's one of the ones I found when I first started looking.
Awesome.
And so the camera is working. That's good. I mean, the microscope. And let's see if I can switch it over to the other and get a live feed. And hello, everybody. How are you?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
It's good to see y'all. There we go. And CoinOp's got his camera up. Let me get his. Whoops. I'm sorry. There you go. There you go, Robert.
Oh, you know what? Let me get it focused in. That one, it ain't going to show up as nice as it does in hand, but
That's a nice one, Robert.
I don't even know what RPM it is. Maybe somebody can look it up and find out what RPM that is. But the problem is it shows a little bit better. I just wonder if I can get a little bit more by putting a little bit of an angle on it and then refocus it. See, you can't see the northern part of it.
Yeah, I see the inside bit. Yeah, I see the bottom in the side of it.
Yeah, and you can see just, if you look just to the north of the D, right about just past where the line goes up, you can see that little dot that comes up.
Yep.
Actually, that goes, and it's a little bit stronger, so I'm not even certain how. I know this is an RPM, I just don't know which one.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. There's like 200 different RPMs on the 60Ds, so.
The last discovery I had was 268.
Oh, my Lord. Wow.
Yeah, it was 260 something, right?
Yeah, that's a bug. I knew it was over 200.
Yeah. I just wanted to check my scope, see if it was working, Alden. You can change it back there.
All right. Hang on a minute.
Let's see Joe, man. Where's our beautiful buddy Joe? The bell maker.
The bell maker.
Yeah.
You should be getting your bell this week,
There
Robert.
we go.
Oh, Joe, I have been waiting. That thing, I got special.
This is one of the first ones I ever found, Robert.
Awesome. That's 1960D RPM number 1.
That's it.
I know that one now.
Now it's one of the first ones I ever found.
Well, that's an easy one to find.
Yeah, I about spotted it without even a spyglass. I just almost saw that in hand.
You know what, Art? Art says that my RPM's number 21. I sort of tend to think he might be right.
I like that one. That actually, I found that in Pocket Change.
I found a few of those in Pocket Change as well. Those are pretty neat.
It's not red; it's a brown, as you can see.
But it's your find.
Right?
Yeah, it was one of my early finds, is what I like about it. The reverse is in pretty decent shape. It's not beat. It's got a little crud on it here and there on the one, and in the there in America a little bit, as you can see. But for Pocket Change, it was a pretty good find, and it's really what got me turned on to the 60Ds as far as search and roll. And I know it's one of Joe's favorites rolls to search as well. Joe and I both have some rolls we may go through later.
I'll tell you what. How many you want to go through? I got boxes of them.
Oh, I guarantee you do. Love going through them.
That's the sad part, guys. I literally don't have time. Do me a favor, Alden. Post up on mine again. Show me a close up of mine.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
There you
sir.
go. Oh, that's a nice one.
There, that's the same one. There you go.
Come on, yeah.
That's the number 21.
Different angle.
Yeah, well, that's it. And you know what? That's a good thing to take. And I'm trying to get it to where we can. There, that shows a little bit better. Art Ring, is that number 21? Okay, well, Art's saying it is. So this one here, you can just see it a little better. And I was going to say, you know what? That's the one thing, you know what? I don't like that about microscopes, because when I look at it through my loop, I can pick that up in 10 seconds, and it might take me 5 minutes to get it right on a scope.
Yeah,
Right. I agree.
that's why I like my loop.
My loop is my extended fingers.
Mine too now. It is. Everybody's like, "What's that little bulge in your pocket, Bush?" When I'm in there. Oh, that's my loop I carry with me all the time.
You can take me off there now, Alden. I was
All
just
right.
putting
Okay, there you go.
yeah, thank you.
Ah, there we go. He's
I
got
see
one.
what Joe's got. That's RPM number 100.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
No, that's small over large. That's the
Look
RPM.
at that one.
That's
Alden, we're both right. It's RPM number 100, and it's the small over large.
yep.
Yep.
That's
Nice one, Joe.
Thank
That's
you, Robert.
that's an earlier die state as well.
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, because the cud's missing for it to be the later die states.
All right. Or the die chip, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Supposed to be right on the inside of that 6. And
Joe, let me compare that to this one because I've got the exact same one.
okay, now see that chip right there where the bottom of the 6, the loop coming in is pointing right to that? That's a chip.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
And
That's
that's a little bit later die state on that coin.
Okay. I learned something new today. That's always what I want to do.
Well, we aim to please.
There you go. But yeah, I found 2 of these, and I think Joe has too. And this is the one I kept. And I found this in a roll that I got from. Actually, this one comes from a roll I got from you, Robert.
Hot dog. I'm glad to hear that.
It sure is, and it's one of my best finds, actually.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll never sell you another one. I'm gonna start looking through. No, you know what? But now we know there's Art. Now I know why Art wants to buy all my 1960s.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, that I can see the difference between Joe's and mine now.
Yep.
Yep, that his is the early die stage. Mine's a later one.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I mean, that die, because of the large over small, I mean, that actually put a weak part right there in the die. So I can see where that chip could have came very, very rapidly.
Right.
And I'm saying rapidly as in the first 1,000 pieces.
So
Wow.
Joe's is a very early strike.
Yes.
Cool, Joe. Congrats.
Thank you. That was a nice one. I found 2 of them.
Great find.
Did you find it out of one of my rolls, Joe?
No, that came in a lot. I bought off a guy from the West Coast.
Cool.
It was like, I still haven't gone through them all. It's like 175 different rolls, mixed rolls.
Well, I might be on your auctions whenever you sell rolls as 1960Ds.
I found this one, guys. It's not the. What do you got? Oh, he's got. Wait a minute. Let me get Joe back up there. He's got another one there.
That's just what was this one?
Ah,
It is IMM 109 is what's on it. This came from Chuck.
ah.
He just sent it to me, and I don't remember how I got it. Grab one of them grab bags or something. It's kind of interesting, though.
It is interesting. I like that. That's cool. I like that, Joe.
1mm, I guess, is what he has. That must be his designation number, huh?
Yes, that would be his designation number.
I found this one. It has a. It's got a die crack in the skull right there at the, right below the hairline. Is that what that is? Is that a die crack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's one of the early die cracks I ever found. And I kept it just because it was unique looking. There's nothing, don't believe there's anything in the D or.
When you're looking at the 60 small date, a lot of people might forget. You got to look at the I for a double die there, and also a bar underneath the L or over top of the L of Liberty, because there's a lot of minor double dies for that year as well.
Right. And there's a bunch of on the reverse.
Well, yep, you took my words right out of my mouth, Joe. But
Oh,
you're
there
right.
you go. See, I'm learning, and I thought I knew a little bit about 60Ds. I did know a little bit. Now I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you know what? A lot of people may not believe it, but I learn a lot every day doing the shows as well.
Oh, I believe that. Yep.
This one actually come from Robert, and this is a RPM 105, and it's hard for me to see this one. Let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit here. Can you see that, Robert? Because I can see it with my loop, but I can't see it on the scope.
I don't see it yet on your scope. Now, which one is this? You said
It's the one you labeled RPM 105.
that one is on the back side of the mint mark. I don't know if I have any close. Or wait, is that the one that's to the north? Maybe.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
What?
Remember when you sent it to me, and I can see it. Let me check. Hang on. Let me check on my loop and see what I can see.
Okay.
It looks like it's on the north,
Yeah.
a little bit to the north there. Yeah,
Yes, to the northeast. I can see it.
Right.
but it's hard to see on the scope. It's a lot easier to see with the loop. That's one of those that the scope really doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I wonder if I took and had a bad ink. Art is out there somewhere. Art is the well, you know what? I don't know if it's out there, but let me double check something here. Because I thought let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was not. Are you sure that's not a 15?
It says 105, and in fact, there's your number right there.
Oh, 105. I'm sorry. I thought you said 05.
No, 105.
Okay. 105.
Yeah, you're the one that found this one, I believe.
Yeah, I probably did. Let me look and see if this is the. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, that's Konicka's number. Okay, it's the D over D Northeast, right?
Okay, that's what I thought, because that's what it looks like through the loop. But you really can't see it that well on the scope.
Well, right, and that's one of the ones that they're hard. And you know what? And I appreciate it, Alden, you and like Joe and a lot of the other people. You know, the trust you guys have in me to give you the right attribution, because some of them, like right now, you really can't see that well on the scope.
Not at all. Right.
No, but in hand with a loop you can. And by the way, Robert, you weren't that reputation. You weren't that loyalty.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do.
I agree.
I do my best to get everything as accurate as I can for you guys.
Lincoln says, send it to me and I'll check its vintage. So if you want it, Lincoln, I'll send it in your package. It's coming your way.
You know what? I can get him one. That's not a problem. I have multiples of those.
I want to welcome everybody that's here. I'm sorry that I've been kind of looking at the screen and not the chat, but I appreciate everybody that's here. And, let me go to Joe. I think he's got a new one up. What do you got, Joe?
That
Bring
one
it on, Joe.
dug out of the box. I don't even know what number this is or nothing.
Uh-oh.
Whoop. Oh gosh.
I just seen that. I know that one, Joe. That one's
That's a nice one. I see it.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's nice, Joe.
I'm thinking, Joe, that one might be the one I was thinking the other one was. Let me see here. I think it's number 15, but I could be mistaken.
I don't know the different distinctions.
Yeah. I think that's number 15, RPM 15, Joe. Let me see that. Yeah, the placement looks pretty right. I think that's RPM 15. That's just northeast, just like the 105, but it's a stronger RPM.
Yeah, it is stronger.
Yep.
That one shows up good on the scope.
Yeah, it does.
Shows up, yeah, better
You must
anyway.
find that one in pocket change, it almost looks like.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Just got
cool.
thrown on a card.
I like that, Joe. That's nice.
Thanks.
This
Okay.
one,
You know, believe it or not, Joe, on that particular one, I may look to see if I have one. I need to get my box of wheat or of 1960s. I don't think that one shows up that nicely in uncirculated condition through the scope.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on a second, guys. Let me grab my box here.
Which one you got there, Alden?
I don't know. That's what I wanted to find out. You and Robert need to look at this. It's got the small over large date on the O.
Yeah.
This come out of a BU roll that I got actually from you, Joe.
Okay.
Lamination.
I found it last night. Last roll you sent me, and I'm not sure what the heck it is.
That
It's
shrink
60 large over small with a lamination error.
Yep.
out of that shrink tube.
Yep.
That came from Robert too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, you guys are really making me feel bad about this stuff.
Why would you feel bad when we come out good, Robert?
I should have kept that damn roll.
I don't mind one bit.
Me either.
I thought
Well,
that was here. Let me let's see what Robert's got up here. I'm
I'll send it
working on
back
it.
right now. For some reason,
There you go.
it's getting there. Just give me a second.
Oh yeah, you got all day long.
Yeah, for some reason, this stupid scope, I've noticed it wants to lag almost on me.
Yeah, I bought me 2 new scopes because my old one was doing the exact same thing.
Well, see, no, I just had taken.
Oh yeah, there you go. I see that playing.
Well, the problem is it keeps.
That's nice.
This is the same as what Joe has. As soon as I get it in place here, I'll.
I see it. That's a nice one. I like
yeah,
that.
it is.
Now, Joe, that should be the same as yours.
It
Sure,
looks-
this one looks more like it's BU instead of pocket chain.
Well, yeah, this one here is an uncirculated one, but I put Joe's up next to it. I want to see
Okay.
that side by side.
All right, hang on a minute. Let me try to do that.
Anna, see, this is why, Anna, you need to buy more rolls, honey.
There you go.
You can find these large over small dates.
I don't know how to do the 2. Let me see if I can do the 2.
There, that's good enough.
Yeah, that looks awfully darn close to the
Looks-
same.
All right, there you go. Yeah, it's the same one.
There you go.
That's sweet. Cool.
Hey, Jeep and John. Hello.
Hey, Jeep.
Hello, Jeeps.
Hello, let's see. I think I said hello to Vinci Soul in Lincoln.
Hi, Anna.
Excuse me.
I should have kept it, Anna, but you know, I gotta throw Alden a bone every now and then.
Hey, you gotta throw me a bone. I mean,
Well, you know what, guys? I'll tell you what. We're going to do this same stream. The only difference is we're going to have to put it on my channel so that everybody sees this. That way, whenever I start selling my pennies, the prices will go up.
there you go. There you go. I'm going to leave this stream up, so if anybody wants to watch it, it's a good plug for you, Robert.
You know what? I may just clip out part of this because I can grab this. I can grab this video. I may use a piece of it.
Well, you got my permission.
Well, there you go. And you know what? It's live in its own video, so I have a wonderful proof of it. So
There you go.
3 of the two of them for certain. 2 or 3 of them that you guys got from me now.
There you go.
Oh
What do you guys think of this one, though?
Are we talking the one with the lamination error?
Yeah.
You know what? That is interesting.
And like I said, it come out of a BU roll. It come from you through Joe to me.
They do come like that. I have found them like that before. In fact, seems to me I had a large over small date, but the lamination was over on Liberty.
Let's look at Liberty.
Well, no, the lamination could be anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just looking around the coin to see what else is there. But yeah, it's just there, right there. But it is a large over small.
Yes, it is.
I mean, small over large, excuse me.
Well, Anna, you know what? Those 2 pennies that they found, that one that's showing right now, I'm going to guess the price of it to be about $120 to $150, depending on if you like errors and varieties on the same coin.
The one I'm showing now?
The what we're looking at right now, I'd say is worth what I just said. Yes.
Wow.
Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
Wow. I had no idea. I found that last night and roll, like I said, I got off from Joe. So
Well,
that's amazing.
send it back to me. I'll be happy to buy it from you.
Well, that one is yours if you want it, Robert. I will. I'll have it in the mail to you.
Well,
I have the large over small, but I'm going to keep. I mean, the small over large. I'm going to keep it. It's. I sent one to Lincoln, and I kept one. That's the third one I've found.
See, Anna. You know what though? If you want Alden, in all seriousness, I don't want you to give it to me, but you're welcome to send it to me, and I can auction it off. And we can find out just what it does bring.
Well, that's what that kind of what I was thinking. But yeah,
that's what I would love to do. That. I mean, because I'll be honest, the market. That's why I started a lot of coins real inexpensive, is because I'm letting the market make the call. You guys are the ones who call and make the prices of what the market is.
Right.
That's cool, though. I mean, I'm glad to see that one.
Yeah, I just never saw that particular type before, and I thought it was cool.
That is cool.
And like I said, I found that last night from the roll that I bought from Joe. Actually, I stole the roll from Joe.
Lamination on there. I mean, who knows? That could have been a RPM also.
Yeah, it's the same one without the lamination.
Right.
That's a nice one, Joe. What do you got there?
When you'd first got up, I thought you'd said it was RPM 5. That's the RPM 5. That's what I was looking for.
I think this one's labeled 12, if it's correct.
RPM number 12, you say?
That's what I had on it.
That's sweet.
I
don't know which one it is, but it's good looking.
I don't know that I can agree with that one, Joe. Well, let me rephrase that question. Whose list did you use on that?
I don't even remember. This is an old one. I think it was. I thought there was 3 Ds here. Is why I went with the 12. I don't remember, but
it's either 3 or the bottom one's real thick. I don't know which. I can't really tell.
You know what? You're looking at that. The number 12 has 3, but I don't think that's the number 12 because there's more than one of them.
Right.
That's too strong, I believe, to be a number 12. Well, you can just keep that there a second. Let me look at something.
It's a nice one, though.
Yeah, it is.
It really is sweet.
No, that's not number 12, Joe.
Number 3 art says there is.
Yeah, where's art at? That's one of the ones that's got the bottom leg sticking out a little bit. I've seen it before. I'm taking and searching. You know what? It looks real close to that. Let me look at this one here. Boy, it ain't that one either. I was thinking for a second it was number 33, but it's not. Boy, it's a shame Penny left so soon because she's good at these things too.
Yeah, she's really good on the 60s.
Exactly. She's been searching a bunch of them. So
Penny Parent, is that who you're talking about?
yeah, Penny Parent.
Yeah, yeah. She's Lincoln was telling me about her today. I've seen her a couple of her streams, and I've talked to her on your channel, Robert. In
Yeah,
fact, I think I subscribed to her, but I'm not. They say she's really, really good on 60Ds.
she is.
Yeah, Chuck says he sends most of his 60D rolls to her and has her attribute them and put them on his site.
Oh wow,
So that's a pretty big
that's a big deal.
task, even.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But
Who? What?
Art is there's a lot of, I mean, I don't consider myself an expert. I know a little bit about him. Art knows a lot about him. Robert does. RPM number 7, Art says.
That's what Phil was just telling me.
I should pull up the darn.
You know what? He could very well be right. You're gonna have to take and look for markers on that one.
Right. I agree. I'm going to put a question mark on that one.
I'm trying to compare it, but I think Art's right.
Oh, that one I don't have anything written down on. That's got one of them light mint marks, like
Ghost.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a go. It's yeah. You see it in the center and north of it. Yeah, that's nice.
As I say, tell me, Joe, what do you see looking at your looking at it with a loop? I mean, I can see the center to where it looks like it's a north, possibly northwest.
On the other one I was showing?
No, on this one here.
Yeah, it's north. Yeah, north and a little bit west. Yep. But it's light like the RPM 100.
What about RPM 13?
13?
I'm not certain. Art Ring, you got any thoughts on that one there?
Welcome to Jeep and John, Fire Occasion, Super Silver Moon. Anybody else that's here? Lenny. Thank you all for being here. Didn't mean to interrupt y'all. Just want to thank everybody for being here.
Yeah, welcome everybody, and thanks for stopping in.
Okay, that last one, Art says it's late stage 007.
Right, but yeah, and that's what I was looking at whenever he said 7. I started looking because at the early stage it didn't look like it, but at the late stages it showed more of it. That's why I said I agree with Art. This one though, I think it's hard to tell. I don't know, Joe. Can you move it a little bit on the scope there?
Oh, yep.
Here, let me give you the screen. There you go.
See if I can get.
I'm sorry if I'm a little slow on the trigger. I'm still learning all this.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it show any better. That it's just, yeah, I mean, it's north and a little bit west, and it's got that light. It's the light RPM or mint mark, like
right. It's got almost that cut in the middle of it.
Well, the RPM 13 looks real close to that. I mean, but they also have a 19, but that's lighter, but that's further north, and I don't think that's it. I think if my first guess would be a 13, they say, I don't know if Art's in there, if he can help us. Let's see here.
Sounds like Art needs to write a book just on RPM 60s, Ds.
Somebody could. That's a fact.
Really. I'd buy it. Trust me, I'd buy a copy of it.
there's just so much to find on these, and so
Art says no, not the 13. Yeah, Art, I was a little concerned about the positioning of the mint market myself, to be honest.
This 3 has a light mint mark like that, but it's not 3.
Well, you get the 19, but here again, it's light, but it's not the right one either. I don't think, because I don't see enough in the center of the mint mark itself. Man, and now I only go anymore. I only go by Konicka's listings. That's about all I go by.
It's interesting, whichever one it is.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Which one do you have up there, Robert?
Yeah, that's what I was just doing, putting Robert with you.
That is the number 5.
That is the number 5?
Yeah. Like I say, that's the one I thought you was first talking about
Oh.
when you had taken and said 105. I thought you'd said 5.
Oh.
And that's what I was looking for.
Oh. I've never saw that one. That's a sweet one too.
The 4, 5, and 6 are pretty similar.
Very distinct.
Yeah, it's got them.
Yeah, you could almost see that with a naked eye.
Art wants you to turn the coin, Joe. Maybe like turn it at a 45-degree angle or upside down even.
Okay, I got to get back to that one.
Okay.
Well, now there's who's got that, and that's Joe. Joe's got him a 5.
Yeah, he had one just like yours.
Yeah, I had it up. I was going to put it next to yours. That was one I
He
got.
probably bought it from me.
I did. This is that other one though, upside down.
Yeah,
It's just it's so light, you're not going to see it on this.
I see it.
I see it too.
Well, yeah, you can see it, but it doesn't. That's not at all what it looks like in hand. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, different with Luke.
It's let me see if I can get the light.
Yeah, but I think that helped me there. I think.
Oh,
I can see it. I don't know what it is, but I can see it. Is that a die crack below the date?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
Let me turn this other light on.
Man, I've seen that one before.
hey, Bigfoot.
Hey, Bigfoot, RPM 16.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Wondering if it's a later date or later stage RPM 16. Well, you'd have to turn it over. There's no die chip on the right cornice of the Lincoln Memorial if it's the early die stage. And if it's the late die stage, there's just a chip at the upper right corner of the cornice on Lincoln's Memorial.
So where you want it, up on the
Right,
top?
yeah. Down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Right there. See, that don't show no die chip there.
No.
I don't know, Art. I'm not certain I can call that a 16 yet, even though, I mean, it does.
Oh, that's wild looking though.
If it's a 16, that's the strongest 16 I've seen. I'll just put it that way. Turn it back over so I can see that again, Joe.
Okay, hang on. Let me get him back up. There you go. I'm trying to play with the cameras at the same time.
Oh, it's fine.
There you go. That's the best shot of it I've seen yet.
You don't have a RPM 16 on your back?
No, not on this, but I've probably got one somewhere. I just don't have it. Do me a favor. There's a box in there. It's sitting on the second shelf down, and it just has RP or 1960s, I believe RPMs, but there's no. I don't have them attributed. Heck, I can bring them on here and get Art to attribute them for me.
Right? I may have a whole stack. I have like 3 or 4 of them that look just like that. 5 maybe here.
I just have a few because I've just started. I'm still a beginner, but I love the 60Ds just because they're so much fun to go through.
Yeah, they are.
They really are.
Okay, he says it's a dead match for 16 on the late die staging copper coins.
Okay.
The positioning is correct, so I'll take Art's word for it. I mean, he's
All right. Yeah, he's pretty good. When I hear he's dead match.
So that's 16, he says, huh?
yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Now,
What do you got, Robert?
no, I haven't moved mine. I'm looking at your guys' stuff.
I want to see. Anybody get a clue what that is? I think it's just a cud, but
Well,
maybe.
Chip, yeah.
it would be considered, since it's on an interior, I believe it's just considered a die chip.
Die chip.
Yeah, it has to be attached to the rim in order to be considered a cud.
Okay.
Right.
Again, I'm learning. But it's something different.
Nice try there, Art. I don't know, Art. Maybe I'll take and you want to be my penny parent, and I can send you boxes of ones to attribute for me.
Right on.
There's another die chip.
Excuse me.
Yep, that's a die chip on the B of Liberty. Oh, and on the 60.
Yeah, it's a double. I've got it as a B on Liberty, and there's another one on the 6. Just interesting one I found that was something to hold out.
Now, I don't know what all I got in this box. I just got a box full of, it's just got like RPMs. I don't have no numbers or anything. Oh, 3.5 tubes of the 16. Nice, Art.
I'm just throwing something under there. I'm looking at some other ones.
Joe's and I's look similar.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I don't know if it's the same one, but they're similar.
I'd say it's a good match.
Looks awfully close, don't
It's just weird that we both put them up at the same time.
it? Right.
It's a nice RPM. I agree.
Yeah, they're nice, strong ones there.
Yeah. That one kind of stuck out when I looked at it on the screen. That's another one that I found from a roll that I bought off you, Robert.
Cool.
But I will definitely send you that one with lamination and the small date over large date, and we'll see what it brings. And just give me credit for whatever whatever you make off it. Besides what you charge me, give me. I'll put it as a credit, and we'll use it at some auction I buy.
Hey, we can do that. We'll figure something out. I'll be fair with you.
Oh, I know you will. There's no question in my mind about that. What do you got, Joe?
Oh, this is. I don't know if you can see that at all. That's that light. It's another one of them light ones. It's just above. Oh, the primary. Can't even see it.
No, I can't see that one on the scope. That's what I mean. Some of them you can see real well through a loop. You cannot see on the scope.
Maybe if there you can see it a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, I see at the top. At the north. Well, south looking at it, but it'd be in the north. Yeah.
Right.
I see it. Yeah, it's a light one. There's so many minor RPMs in this series from what I've read and what I've found. I've not found nothing like y'all have. I found some pretty good ones, I think.
Oh yeah, you sure have.
I hope you got about 5 zeros on that check. There's a bunch of boxes in that area she's talking about.
This is
Let's see here. Yes.
Yeah, Joe.
That's be a double I.
Yeah, I've never seen one of them before.
Die for? What do you mean, Art? That's not a correct terminology. Are you talking a double die number 4 or an RPM number 4?
That's kind of a lousy example, I think. Let me look at one of these other ones. Boy, the die scratches on some of these are just crazy.
Oh yeah, they made a lot of mistakes in 1960. 60 and 61.
Yeah, I agree. 60 and 61. Does that one show the eyelid or? You can't see the eyelids on these, so.
Flora, I don't know what his number 4, what he's referring to. He says die number 4. I'm not certain if he's. Hello, Melissa. How are you?
Hey, Melissa.
Hello, my baby.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Elsie.
Put that back up, Joe. Art says that's the rare, scarce RPM 20.
Well, which one?
I'm just looking through some of this roll.
I have no idea.
So don't mind me, guys. I'm just looking through a roll I had going.
Put that back up, Joe. I think it's.
And by the way, Lincoln, it's not the boxes that you want of mine, because the sad truth is, and looking at what Joe and Alden's been finding out of my rolls, I used to take and have so many RPMs, I just left them in the rolls, and now I don't know which rolls are in, and I'm just selling my rolls off.
I've done that too, where I just kept a bunch in a roll and then I can't find the roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got about 300 rolls I got to look through if I'm to really get serious. Oh, RPM 4. Let me see here. You know what, Art? I should. Let me see here.
Don't mind me, guys. Like I said, I'm just looking through a roll I open.
Yeah, Art. No, I don't have the 4. I got the 5 and 6, but I do not have the RPM number 4. At least not that I know of.
Something on the 6 there. I don't know what.
This one here ain't showing up for shit. Let's see. I gotta get over to here so I can see. That's why it's messing up. Okay.
I'm so excited.
There's one that looks pretty good. What you got, John? Robert?
It's one of those ones that's just got the bar inside, and I'm trying to get it to where the scope picks it up.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of these have bars just on the inside. They look good in hand, but like here again, this is one of those ones in the scope. You really just don't see nothing on it.
Right.
But they're nice RPMs. Art, I'm not certain. I'm trying to remember. I'll be honest with you, Art. I don't believe the RPM 004 is extremely. I believe that is a very scarce one, and I don't think I've got one, Art. If I do, it's in La La Land.
got a lot of cucker on it, but that's a unique D. I don't think it's a RPM though.
Actually, it looks like it could be.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. They focus. Let me see if I can.
The one you're showing right now, yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely an RPM.
yeah. That come out
That
of.
looks like RPM number 2.
I'm going through one of them rolls I got off you, Joe, and I just opened the roll. That's one of the 6 coin I pulled out.
That looks like the RPM number 2. Just
Maybe a little damage on it or something.
Yeah.
or it could be either early or later die stage.
Excuse me. Oh, yep.
Cool.
And say, here I think I can show you one just like it. Alden.
Okay. Hang on, Robert. There you go.
I believe that's what you've got.
Yeah, without the damage. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
That's
That
RPM
was-
number 2.
Cool. Yeah, that one I had quite a bit of goop on it.
Well, Joe probably got it from me and he never looked and sold it to you.
Probably.
I've been finding a ton of those number 2 RPMs lately. You guys are talking about looking through rolls. Man, I got rolls we can look through.
Oh, I guarantee it. I've got a few myself, but nothing like you all do.
I'll put it to you this way. We would all be retired by the time we got through looking through all my rolls.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Heck, Art might even be retired by that time.
Oh,
Let's see here. I gotta take and empty my roll out here that I've got just a bunch of RPMs on. Let's see here.
yeah. I'll leave the camera on you.
Oh, take it. You can put it on to someone else right now. I got a few to search through here.
Joe's not got nothing up, and I'm just looking through these, seeing if I find anything catches my eye real quick.
Okay, well, here's a fun one. I think Art might have, he said something. I think he has described this one. Art, which one's that?
That one almost touches the 6.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never saw one of them that I know of. If I did, I took it.
Andrew. Yeah, it's just one that I ran. I don't know that I can find which RPM that is.
Hey, Mike Badger.
Hey, Mike.
Seems to me that Art took and actually attributed that for me.
I thought I was seeing something in Liberty. I guess I didn't.
Yeah, we should have had Art join in on this. He could take.
Really? He's welcome to come up. I'll have Lincoln email him the link.
Heck yeah, Art needs to take and get his butt busy and start taking and
He's
get
more
out
than
to
welcome.
the community. He ain't doing enough yet.
He's more than welcome to come up on the stream. I'd love to have him.
Hello, Bill 457.
This is all about coin, and tonight happened to be about the 60D, guys, which I think is one of the most interesting cent coins out there.
Me too.
I love them.
Well, Bill, if you got a roll for me, a lot of this stuff that you're looking at comes out of rolls that I've taken and been selling.
Yeah, a lot of these RPMs, both me and the large order small dates, me and Alden both got from Robert, or vice versa. I got it from Robert, and Alden got it from me.
Yep.
The common denominator is
So far, I found 3 of the large, small over large day.
Thank you, Art.
And the one with lamination probably is worth more than the other 2.
I will be interested to see. You know what? If you're okay with it, Alden, as soon as I get it, I think, I don't know. I've got, once I get a few more coins, I've got I want to send a package out to Anax.
Robert, whatever you want to do with it, we'll, I'm fine with.
I mean, we're talking, it might cost us $20, but
Well worth it.
I think it would be.
Yeah, I'd be willing to go $20 for that or whatever. You just let me know what I owe you, and I'll send it PayPal. You know that.
Hey, we'll take it off the bottom side.
All right, sounds good.
how many do you need to send off, Robert? Because I have a few I'd like to send to you to have sent in.
I'm thinking, Joe, I like to at least do the 10 for 10. Well, it's 12 nowadays.
Right.
But I just add the attribution on top of it then.
Right.
What is this? Hang on a minute.
I'll dig them out and I'll call you about it though, and then
Okay.
I think I found something interesting. I don't know. No, maybe not.
That's an RPM.
Yeah, of some sort.
Yeah, it looks like just serifs.
Yeah. See, these ones I just put back in the roll. But
See, so do I. If I ever anymore, like when I look, I usually keep them out anymore because when I put them back in the roll, they're gone for good.
well, actually, what caught my eye was the 6 and the O, and I don't know if that's machine or.
There was a lot of they took it in 1960, guys. They did a lot of what's the word I want to use here? They were touching up a lot of the dies.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of it's just hand engraved or touching up. I think it is what it's called.
Okay.
excuse me. Yeah, because how you ended up with the large or the large date and the small date to begin with, I guess, was they redid the master die from 1959 to a 60, and then it got destroyed, it got damaged, whatever. So they had to remake the die, and it ended up being the small date because it was a little bit different and so on.
My understanding on that, Joe, was the 1960 small date when it first came into production. They were having problems, as you've noticed. Alden's been showing us a lot of die chips. There was weakness in that area of the die, is the way I understand it. So they went and made the large date to help stop that or alleviate the problem. And in the process, they still took and apparently they still had a good small date hub and one of the large date hubs. I think they said about halfway through the year, they ended up getting married together.
Right.
What am I looking at, Robert, with that tail on the bottom of the D? Is that just a normal, or is that?
Are you looking at mine?
No, actually, I'm looking at mine.
Okay, the tail at the bottom of the D, you have to move that around a little bit because me and you both have this what I call difficult ones for the scopes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where I put that info, but
Hey, Miss Wally,
I don't know if that helps any, but
focus a little bit more.
man, you know what?
Alden, this is just not showing through.
no, it's not showing. I'll have to look at it under the glass.
With the scope.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And I know you can be getting more than that. See, now this one don't show the northern part of this die. Like we've been having problems with on some. I'm just looking through some harder ones.
Like I said, I'm just going through this roll and see what's in here.
I see a die chip.
I see a die chip.
Yeah, that's, I was just looking.
I don't see a small over large, but that right there is a good example of the small date getting die chips.
Yeah,
What is that? Is that a?
That is die grease.
Ah, that's grease. Okay.
I bet you could take your fingernail and it would come right off.
Huh. Cool.
Or you could take some acetone on the tip of a Q-tip and that would dissolve it off as well.
I'll just leave it alone.
That's fine. It don't hurt it other than they discolor it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What have we got there? We got some kind of shadow at the bottom of the D, but I don't think it's anything.
Let's see here.
It's cool to look through these, though.
yeah, there's a lot of these I haven't looked at in forever. You're looking for
That's me.
a new roll, but I'm just looking at some ones I had shoved in a box.
I'm just looking at it.
I just pulled out a roll of 1960Ds out of my large date, it says.
There's another one of them. What do you call it? Right.
Die chip.
Die chip.
Die chip.
Yep. In the 9. I get a lot of them in this year.
You'll find a lot on the small dates. Oh, okay, Art. Well, Art, we tried.
Oh, he's at work.
Yeah. Okay, now I got one for you.
All right.
You'll love this. Remember we were talking about you had some dye grease on yours?
Uh-huh.
Hold on a second. I'm going to try and pull this out as far as I can.
Whoa.
That's just dye grease is what that is.
Really?
I did not know that. Yeah, because it looks like PVC.
If you notice, it's got like a, let's see here. Let me, Floor, would you do me a favor and grab me my acetone?
Wow.
Yes. I want to see if I can't take a little bit of acetone and go over that, guys. And yes, I do.
That's dye grease from the mint.
Yep.
Stayed on it when it was. That's wild.
Yep. There's a lot of grease on those. Mike, let's see here. Is that right? Yeah, you're right. It's real close to 60-year-old dye grease. This is just a Q-tip.
Look at that.
Acetone.
That's crazy.
It takes a while because this grease is pretty.
Yeah, well, been on a 6-year.
Yep.
I mean, that's crazy. Learn something new every day. I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. But
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool.
yeah, they came out the backside of his head there, Bigfoot.
That's wild looking.
Put this back up. What are you looking at, Joe?
Yeah, let's see what you got, Joe.
Oh, this is a double die reverse 003. I know it shows up on the FG real strong, and I mean, it almost looks like there's 3-4 of them there, and I don't remember where else? If it was E Pluribus. Do you remember, Robert?
No, I don't. That's, you know what? To be honest, I mainly look for varieties that are in the cherry pickers guide. I can see it, what looks like it on the part of that lower part of the A of America.
Right? Yeah, and that S, look how fat that is.
Yeah, the S looks awful fat too, doesn't it? The dots look fine though.
Yeah. There, looks like on that A maybe too.
Yeah, I see it. What looks like a little, yeah, possibly on the S too. Estates, the first S there.
Yeah. But I know the main one was, to tell that one was the FG. It's hard. Maybe if I can turn it a little bit, but I mean, it almost shows like three or four of them, three of them.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've not seen that one.
I'm not either. That's interesting.
It's cool looking, Joe.
It is.
Thank you.
I like that, Joe.
See, Joe, you got time to look for them on the reverse. I don't.
Right. I just started actually not that long ago because I don't remember why. There was a reason why, I don't remember exactly right now, but I started looking at the reverses a little bit. Just mainly I'd start with the FG. And
I looked at the reverses on the 64s. There's another RPM too, Alden.
Yep, there's another one. Now that one I may keep out. I like that one.
Well, that one that came from my roll. That's what I've been finding a bunch of.
Yeah, that come from the roll I bought off Joe last night. It came yesterday. It come from you indirectly.
Yep, Art was right on that one too.
Yep, there's another one. I was telling Lincoln I went through a few of these last night. I knew there was some RPMs in this roll. But that's
keep
cool.
rubbing it in, Alden.
Huh?
I said, just keep rubbing it in, buddy.
Oh, I will. You know me, Joe. I mean, I got to do it. You know.
Oh, I know.
What'd you do? What'd you do, Alden? Buy it from me for $5?
I got not much more than that.
I hope that's not the roll I sent you for nothing.
I ain't even told you what I found in that yet, and I ain't going to. For a while. Actually, if you remember right, Joe, you sent me 2 rolls for free.
Did I?
Yeah, and I haven't even gone through the second one yet, and I'm still amazed at the first one.
What was I thinking?
You still owe me for the chicken coop stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mama Lou says, I'm building my roll collection to search for errors, but Alden always steals them. I don't know, Mama Lou, you're pretty hard to bid against sometimes.
Yes, she can be.
Oh. I've only got a few rolls, Mama Lou, compared to these gentlemen. But yeah, that's a nice one. I'm going to keep that one out. That's a decent RPM to keep. Good battle partner. Yes, you are, Mama Lou. Oh, Robert, show us something good, my friend.
Something good.
Something good.
When I show you something good, we got to get out of 1960.
What is this one there, guys? Is that anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's another RPM too.
Oh, is it another one?
Yep.
Like it got hit a little bit on the bottom there, but yeah, that sure looks like 2 to me.
Cool. I don't know, a couple of bucks a piece.
Rolls.
You figure a couple of bucks a piece. I mean, you know, it don't take long to pay for a roll with that price.
And actually, you should. I mean, realistically, those BUs should go for $4 or $5 a piece.
Really?
Oh, that's what we get it all the time.
Yeah.
I'll put a roll of them together and send you a roll, Robert. You can sell them for me.
You need to just take and start selling your own self now.
Well, when I retire, I plan to. That's one of the reasons I'm setting all this up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing it as a living. I'm just going to do it as a hobby, just to get rid of some of the extra stuff I've got.
Well, you know what, Odin? That's actually about what I do, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes. To me, this is just a hobby. I mean, you know, I have always had the opinion that I've never worked a day in my life. Everything I've ever done, when I worked construction, it was strictly, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I had a great time doing it. When it got to where it was getting hard to do, even though I enjoyed it, I still do it from time to time. I took and I said, you know what? I'm going to go into coins. I see that one already, Joe. That's an RPM.
Oh, that's a nice one. Both of them are nice. Joe and the coin off. I'll do Joe first. Hang on a minute.
Oh,
There you go.
Put on Joe. That gives
That's
me a
sweet. I like that. That's one of them easy to tell ones right there. Now.
Yeah, you can almost see that one if you got good eyes.
Yeah, you can about see that naked eye. That's sweet. And then Robert's got a nice one on too. I've never saw that one quite that one. It looks like dragon teeth on the butt end of it.
Yeah, I believe that's RPM 6.
Wow. Like I said, I don't think I've ever saw that one. Cool.
Heck, you guys, you know what? I never even thought I should have gotten prepared for this, but I honestly, without taking and opening rolls, I don't have a lot of the RPMs and the 60s set. I got a box somewhere, and I don't know. I think it's buried somewhere, probably in my safe.
Well, Clinton.
Hey, Clinton.
Yeah, I don't have that many, but I just find them as I go through the rolls, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I save a few of them. Ooh, that one's got some. Is that more grease? Or is that just crud?
Yep, grease.
Grease.
See, now that's what I get more into, guys.
Oh! What do you got there?
That is 1839 O over O RPM number 1.
Wow.
See, that's more of the stuff I get into, guys. That's what I've got that I've been picking up lately.
Right.
Heck, I sort of kind of the Lincoln pennies. I've sort of kind of done away with them.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, if you're gonna stay there, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun.
Oh, nice.
You know what that is, don't you, Joe?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
What year is that?
Omni card. 64.
64?
Yeah. Excuse me. Here's another 64. Let's see. Any find mint mark over. This is a little bit lighter. That first one there, Joe, was an RPM 2.
Okay, I think I probably bought one of them off you. I have.
You probably did. I think this is the number 3. Yeah, that's the RPM 3. And then this is the RPM number 12, if I can show it.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's just it. I ain't got the pennies, man. They asked me a last minute thing, and so I'm just showing what I got. And until Alden gets out, I'm the star of the show.
You're the star of the show right now, buddy.
Alden, you can take me off anytime because I don't have the
Oh,
pennies.
you're having fun. You keep having fun there, Robert.
Hey, JC Will, how you doing?
Hey, JC. An RPM competition.
No, there ain't no RPM competition here. We're just showing what we got, I think.
How's this one? There's a D over D.
41,
45, I believe.
45. Okay.
I think it's, well, it's a 1945. I don't know what the,
Well, that would be a 45 D over D.
yeah, 45. I just got that from Joe, actually. I think it's a 45. Yep, 1945 Walking Liberty.
Cool.
Not a bad grade. Probably a VG,
Uh-huh.
but it's the first walker that I've had that's a
RPM.
RPM. Yep, my first one.
I'm pretty sure I found that in one of them tubes of lip walkers I bought off.
Yeah, I bought that off your last auction, Joe.
Yeah, then I know it was.
Yeah, it's one of the few that I had that I like it though. It's cool.
And I'll have to cheat if I go in.
We'll go back to Robert and let him show some more that nice stuff off. Joe's got some stuff he wants to show off. I'm still looking at my pennies. So.
Where's DJ at?
I'm still on the 60Ds.
Oh, I can see that Clash up there.
Oh, I see a Clash myself. That's
Yeah, that's the Snow 9.
Uh-huh.
That's a CJ coin.
I was gonna say CJ would love that.
Yep. Well, Clinton, just send me a box full of your coins that you never pay attention to the RPMs. I'll find them, pull them out for you. I'll send the rest of them back to you and a check.
There you go.
Hey, Andrew.
That works.
Let's see here.
What do you got, Joe? You got anything good coming up?
I'm looking.
I'm looking, I say.
Looking.
I found another one, guys. Ooh, what do you got? 1887.
Hold on, I'll show you what it is. This here is one of them that's got the dandicles. See right below the
First 8.
between the first and second 8,
Mm-hmm.
and right below the second 8.
I see it.
Okay.
Wow.
Clinton, that's not a problem, brother. I can go into full-time work looking at your coins for you. Believe it or not, Clinton, whenever I go to coin stores, that's all I do is I cherry pick. I go through roughly, Floor can back me up on this. I can probably go through about, in a 6-hour day, 5,000, maybe
Oh my God.
8,000 coins.
That's a lot of coins.
That's a lot of coin, boy. I'll tell you what. That's
Oh, guys, you wouldn't believe how many. I go through them. But that there is the Snow 5 on an 1887.
that's cool.
Now here, let me show you the Snow 1.
Oh, I see it from here. The Dublin.
Yep.
Yeah, that's distinct Dublin right there. Shelving and all.
Yeah, that is not any of the other what do they call it? The
Longacre doubling.
yeah, it's not the Longacre.
Right. That's cool.
Lincoln, you know what? My daughter just did this past weekend.
I've never seen one like that before.
Wow, JC, that's awesome. You know what? That's one I have never cherry picked, and I would love to, JC, one day. Yeah, Lincoln, you know what? RPM, that, like I said, you guys took in last minute. That's all I got is this junk.
This junk.
Junk my butt.
Now, here's an interesting one you need to look for when you're looking at your Indians, Joe.
Look at that too.
That's right. That's what you got to look for, guys.
I see that. It's broken. Look, what's that coming off the bottom? Is that?
Yeah.
That's just junk on the coin, but the broken part of the 2 is what you want to look for.
I never saw one of them either.
Well, You probably haven't been looking for them though.
No, I
Alden.
haven't. I didn't know to look for that, Robert. What's a coin like that worth?
Whatever the market will bear, but I sold one not too long ago. I want to say in about the same condition as this. Well, no, the other one was a little bit better, but I think it sold for $100 and some.
That's not bad.
What is the broken two called? It's called a Snow 2, Alden, or it's called the Broken 2.
Cool. That's neat.
Oh, here you go, Joe. I know you like this stuff from time to time. Well, it ain't gonna show up too well. Believe it or not, that's a clip planchet. I don't know if I can see it better from the reverse.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It's very, very slight, but it's on an Indian.
Still clipped.
Yeah.
I like the clip stuff. I bought several off
I don't
show.
know what this is. This just says it's a Snow 3. Oh, that's it. It's the doubling on the date.
Doubling on the date. I see. Yeah, very distinct. The 1, the 8, the 9. Oh, all of it. That's cool.
JC, I'd like to see a photograph of that. Let's see here. Judd Error. Well, Clinton, I'd love to see that. Send it on. I'd be happy to give you my personal opinion of it. But yeah, that's the recut date there, guys. Now in 1891, you could still get a recut date. They were still slapping them on.
Right.
Let's see here.
That's the YouTube side for a minute.
There's your fat one, Joe. You want a fatty?
That is, isn't it?
Dang, look at that.
That looks
That's
like
it.
it looks like my first wife.
You know what, Alden? I'm going to let go of that one and not say a word. I am not going to touch that one.
There you go. I'm on my third one, so I'm happy. That's good.
A little bit of dirt on it, but there's a nice little RPM.
It is. I like that. 38S.
Yeah, I need to take and dust out my boxes, I guess.
What number was that one?
Number 2.
Cool.
Just have
I don't know if this one will show or not. This is the, you can see a little bit, the 42S RPM number 4.
Yeah. North and east. North
West.
and west, I mean.
Yeah, west.
Right, and then right underneath the hoop of the top hoop of the S, you can see it double too.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, you can also see it looks like doubling on the 1 on 1940 too. On the bottom.
Clinton, you have a good evening, and thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you stopping in.
Thank you, Clinton. Thanks for being here, my friend.
Good night, Clinton.
Now, Joe, you know what? You're talking about reverses. This is about the only reverses I looked through.
Oh yeah.
The 43s. Now, this is my best one. It's just in a box. This is my box, guys, that I took in. Stuff just gets dumped in the box until I take and get a chance to sell it.
Wow.
But all this stuff will come up for sale one of these days.
So
It'll go around sooner or later, Robert.
Now, there's your fatty again, Joe.
yeah, that's just like the 43 on the obverse, right? The fat 9 and
Yep.
That's cool.
Art, that's a good pickup. A lot of people don't look for those double die reverses, and those are pretty good in my opinion. I don't know how well this will show. You can see it just to the center of the 46, or the D. It's the RPM 6.
yeah, I can see a little bit in there. Yeah.
I can see a little bit of it. I think that would look better under glass.
Probably. Clinton, now look that up. I don't know if I can get that a little closer where it can help us. Let's see here. Yeah, that one's just you can see it there, and yeah, it shows better in hand, but have a great night, Clinton.
Sweet. Have a good one, Clinton. Thank you for being here, my friend.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, Clinton's a great guy. Good friend.
Hey,
49S. Oh, I see that one. Yeah, that's a sweet one there.
When you get back to those older ones, they get a little bit more expensive.
Hey, Cajun.
Let me see here.
Yes, they do.
Throw away.
Hey, Cajun, how you doing?
Hello, Cajun. Put it on Joe or somebody else. I've got plenty. I got a whole box of these I can go through.
All right. All
Share
right,
some
Joe,
for
there
you.
you go. 38S.
Yeah, Joe, that's the same one I had. Only yours is a little different.
Right.
Sweet one. It's a nice show. I'm still thrilled. There's another one of them D's. That's the fourth one I found in that roll.
I found as many
Is that a different one or is that the same one, Robert?
same one. I found as many as 6 in a row.
Yeah, I found that's fourth or fifth one I found in that roll.
Nice.
Hey, I'd say you can find up to 8 of them with no problem.
Wow.
Now, this one here, guys, just to let y'all know, a lot of people will confuse this with the D over S on the 1951, but this is the RPM 16.
Again, another one I've never saw.
I might have a couple of them you haven't seen.
Oh,
Do.
Robert, you've got stuff I've never even heard of, let alone not seen.
JC, yes, errors to you at AOL.com.
Joe, you just had one up. What was that?
I don't even know. I just took it out of a roll.
Oh,
A roll.
yeah, I about finished this roll. About ready to start another one. I'm gonna have to send Robert a roll of them or RPM.
Look at that FG again, though.
Thank you, Lincoln. Yeah, you know what the problem with that is, Alden? I've already got a roll of those to sell still.
Oh, do you?
Let's see, that was RPM 16 on a 51D. Let's look at an RPM 23. As soon as I can find it. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
looking
a
one.
nice one.
I like that one. That's cool looking.
I've got a few more. Man, I got a bunch of
You got the camera there, Robert. It's all yours.
Now that's 23. Pay attention to that. Here is the RPM number 30.
It looks a lot alike, don't it?
Yes, they do, but there's a difference in them, I promise you.
Yeah, the other one seemed to come out further.
It was a little stronger, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? We was just talking. Let me go back to this because I want to point this out to the people that are watching. Here is that RPM 16. Let me get it focused in for you. Hold on a second. Going the wrong way. Okay, there is the RPM 16. And I hope this is the better one, the OMM number 2. There's your OMM number 2 now. That is the D over S.
Okay.
I know it sucks the way it shows up because of it. Let's see, maybe.
You can see the bottom of the S. I see it.
Right, but like I say, a lot of people confuse that one with this one right here, which is the RPM
Right.
That one there is just an RPM number 16.
Yeah, but see, I can tell the difference because on the RPM you can see the straight line from the D. On the
And
front,
if you
you
look-
show all you see is the curve of the S.
Right, right.
That's how I would distinguish it.
So that there's your difference on those two coins right there.
Cool. I just learned something big time today.
Well, that there's a difference from a $15 uncirculated coin to actually they're moving up. These are moving up to 51 DOMM number 2. They're probably touching 100 or maybe a little higher now, depending upon the grade.
Wow.
So you want to be paying attention to those.
That's cool.
Let's see here.
Excuse me.
Super Silverman, I'd have to see that. Now this is the RPM number 5.
Wow, that's distinct looking.
Yeah, it's got some dirt on the center of that. It looks like that's
Yeah, but
nasty.
the actual RPM on the left hand ridge.
Yeah, on the west side there.
Yeah, you can't miss that. That's cool.
Those are all my 51s I got.
Cool. I'm gonna go back to
Go for it.
there you go. Joe, what do you got?
I'm
Oh,
doing
wait a minute. How many, is that same RPM? Wait a minute. Let me get her in focus. Yep, the same one.
well, you're just
Yes.
Well, that makes number 9.
Cool.
I don't
You
want
did a wonderful job, Dan. You gave him a great deal.
to.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
that ain't including the one that I'm going to be sending you to have slab. Because that come out of that roll too.
I'd have to see that Super Silverman. That's interesting, Joe. Go back to that.
Yeah, what was that, Joe?
Woo.
Trying to get a. Well, that's awful thick around that 9 and the 6.
Yeah, I thought that too. It almost looked double.
Look at it under the loop once.
Yeah, and then what about, don't forget to check the I and the Liberty.
Yeah, Robert, we appreciate all the info you shared with us tonight, and Joe too. I've learned so much just being here, watching you all.
I wished I could take, and I wish I had more 60s to show you guys, but I just never, this was sort of a little too quick for me. What'd you figure out, Joe? Anything?
Nah,
Huh.
look like it.
Nothing.
learning. Robert, I'm learning, and I will give you a heads up next time we specialize in a certain coin, and I'll give you a week or so's heads up.
Give me a week. That's about what it'd take.
Sounds good.
And next Monday, hey, we're going to announce it right here. Next Monday, me and Daniel, now we haven't got a time yet, but I'll try and work that out as soon as I can. Me and Daniel from Coin Help You, we're going to do a live stream, and we're going to do it on counterfeit coins.
Ah, cool.
Nice.
Yep, I've got a whole box of them that I'm getting ready to send to the Newsmatic Crime Unit to help them.
Wow,
Oh, really?
Yep.
that's cool. Well, don't miss it, folks. Lincoln, if you can get the info for that, go ahead and post it in chat so everybody knows where to go to see that. Because I'll definitely watch that.
Alden,
Yeah.
not Alden, I'm sorry. Art. Yes, I may just do that. Thank you very much. Seems to me, yeah, that's a nice RPM. That there, by the way, is the 52 OMM number 1.
That is nice. And Mike Badger, that is a small over large date. I've got another one, but this one happens to have a lamination error, and this is the one I'm going to send. I found that in the same roll that I found all those other RPMs in, that I got from Joe that he got from Robert. But this one here is the one I'm sending to Robert to have slabbed, and he's going to be selling. So, but this is the strangest one I've ever saw. And
Come home to mama, baby. Come home to mama.
come home, mama. Guys, I'm going to give it to you two. You guys do what you want, and I'll be right back. I've got to let the dog out. He's sitting there whining at the door. I'll be back.
Okay. Lincoln, that will be next Monday, not this Monday coming up, but next Monday. Just letting you know, Lincoln. That's the tentative that me and Daniel worked out tonight. Guys, you're looking at on mine is the 52D RPM number 6. 22 counterfeit. Now,
Ooh.
that would be interesting, JC Will, that they would counterfeit a 22. Oh, you're talking a Lincoln penny. I understand now. Lincoln cent 22s are counterfeited a lot.
Remember the one that sold in points last time?
I'll bet they
The gold PCGS
get
holder.
rid of the mint mark on it.
I will, Lincoln. Mike Badger, the reason on Alden's you're having a hard time telling the lamination, it's because it's a Gem BU. And I took and actually, I've got more of those rolls, I know. And I sold one, but I can't remember. I thought the lamination was on the other side, and I don't remember if that was a small or large date or not. Joe, you and Lincoln should have been at the auction. I don't remember. And by the way, this is the RPM 13 on a 51D that I'm showing. Not real strong showing in the loop, but you can see it to this east at the bottom and top of the D coming out.
Oh yeah.
It's circulated. I'm just going through this box I've got, guys, because like I said, I'm sorry, I just don't have the 1960s out here.
Oh, that's all right. We're just Alden wanted to go through that roll, and we were going to talk about some.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah, and we've done that.
I'm sorry.
I said, and we've gone through that roll, and Joe's got a roll. I've got another roll over here that we can look through. But Robert, just having you and your insight and what you've shown has been awesome tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
I enjoy it. I got a nice break off of time. So from going up to my mom's, we made 2 pumpkin rolls while I was out there.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
You're making me hungry, Robert. You're making me hungry.
There's a 54S RPM number 1, stage S.
Okay, Mike wants to see that lamination, so I'm
Yeah, show it to him close up there. There you go, Alden.
All right, guys. Here's the lamination. I found this in a roll last night that I bought off Joe. Like I said, it indirectly comes from, he bought off Robert. There you go. And it is a small over large state. You can see the D. Actually, it looks better with the glass than it does under the scope. But I've never saw one like that. I'll compare it to one that don't have lamination. This is a small over large state normal with the RPM. I don't know if you can see the RPM that well. Yeah, you can see it north of the D. Okay. That's the normal one that I found a couple of. And this is the one that is the odd one that is actually going to Robert. It'll be in the mail this week. And
lamination, nice lamination there.
There you go. So there you go, Mike.
So if you was to buy that coin, guys, you get not only a variety, but you get an error. And that's something I want to do a video on, just terminology. It is a nice lamb, Mike. I've got a Parco Cajun coin hunter. That's a Parco that I'm using. I don't know what Chuck uses, to be honest with you. I've never asked him, but I mean, he does have a nice one. Don't get me wrong. You'd have to ask him what he uses. But mine is, well, I'll try to be nice enough and give you a better idea here if you give me just a second. There we go.
Hang on, let me give you the screen, Robert. There you go.
There is the scope.
Woo!
Nice.
That is sweet. That
It's got
is
the light down below it. And right now, as you was looking at, it was showing what it's showing right now is right there.
That's sweet. I like that, Robert.
Yeah, that's the Parco. That's what like I say. It's
That's a high end scope right there. I mean, I've got the cheaper scopes. I haven't got anything on that line. I mean, that's
but you know what? I've used what you've got right now, Alden, and they work fine. They work just as good as we were just talking. And some of these, the scopes don't help.
Right.
no, that's true. I use this more than me down here.
Right.
I use this more than anything.
Oh yeah, that's like I say, that's an extension of my hand.
Yeah, mine too. And I've got a dozen of them, but this is the one I actually carry in my pocket. It's a little large. It's got illumination on it when I'm in the dark or I'm in a dark place. But yeah, basically same thing.
Well, now the truth of it is though,
mine is made by Zeiss, but
When you're in a dark place, huh, Alden?
that's enough out of you, Joe.
this
But
is just within reach, guys.
yeah, that's sweet.
I mean, I've got this here. I use this here,
I've got one of them too.
but this one here has got three. I can get three different magnifications.
Right.
Like I said, I use this here a lot. I'm just looking around what I might have near. I mean, a loop is the hammer, basically, in the in the coin industry.
Yep.
Yeah, this is my baby here. I absolutely love it. I ordered that from Germany. Actually, I started off with the cheaper one. And, this one here I found online, and it's a 30 power. My eyes aren't the best, and I use a 30 power. A 10 power just doesn't give me enough depth. This does. Anything over this is overkill for me.
I try what I use as a general all around is a 16. When I'm looking, and the reason I do that is because I am looking for some very minuscule varieties because some of them tend to be very scarce.
Right.
But if I'm looking for strictly cherry pickers, 10x is all I need. But now I can show you, give you a good example of some cherry picker stuff. Let me see if I got any that are, let's see here. Well, see, I just showed while you was gone, the 64D RPM number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you. It's on a $50, okay? And I'll show that again real quick.
Okay.
I may have to focus this in. Let's see here. Maybe not there.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Well, see, you should be able to see that with a 10x loop.
Right.
No problem. And by the way, JC Will, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a video on strictly errors compared to varieties. And I may be doing that here soon. Let's see, somebody else had asked the question. Let's see here. Dino Light Edge. I don't know, Cajun. I don't know what they the difference on those. Bosch and Lam is extremely nice, Mike Badger.
Yeah, they are.
Cajun Coin Hunter, you're have to be a little more specific, but I believe you're talking the 1918 San Francisco Filipino. I'll be honest with you, it's just sitting in a box somewhere right now.
Yeah, Robert, this is the one that this is my 10 power,
Okay,
and it also has a
light.
light, but it also has a two other lenses on it.
Uh-huh.
One's a 10, one's a 20, one's a 30, but the main one's a 10. And
Right.
I use it for, think obvious stuff, but if I find something with this, I reach in my pocket and I grab that one.
Well, you know what? I think you would really be fine and happy with a 15X. And it's like anything else. You just have to get your eyes trained to it.
Right.
I've got a friend who likes those lighted ones like you just showed. I cannot use them. I just can't use them.
Yeah, I use them in certain areas a lot. Most of the time, I don't really use the light. I use natural light. But if I'm in like at work, if I'm looking at stuff at work, we have our break area is really kind of darkish, and there's a lot of people that bring me coin, and that light really helps me to see what I'm actually looking at. You have to kind of hold it at an angle or it blinds you. It bleaches it.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say, here again, like I say, if you're looking for stuff like this right here, you should be able to get that with just an 8X or a 10X.
10X, yeah. Like the white one I have, yeah.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, but this is the stuff that a lot of people want. Now, when I get into the minor stuff, the reason I use the 15 is I can get those. I can get those minor varieties quick. I'm looking for speed.
Right.
When I go through a roll, like I say, when I found this here $50 that's showing right now, it took me about probably 1/10 of a second to recognize it. And it was just sent off to the side. I don't grade them or nothing. I just find them. That's what I'm doing. I'm going for speed to just find the varieties. I am already getting them at wholesale prices, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
That's interesting. That's quick.
Well, Joe, there's different ways of looking, and I found out that just to give you an example, you guys keep showing your stuff, and I'm literally going to go through this roll of pennies. It's the 1960 Denver roll.
Cool.
Hello, Amy. But I want to just go real quick while you guys are here doing a live chat, because I know I can do it with no problem. But now, again, remember, all I'm looking for is RPMs and double dice.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the roll.
Timer.
Let me get my glove back on. Actually, I'll be right back. I got to let the dog back in.
You don't want the dog free.
He was yelping real good when I let him out, so he was a very happy camper. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, young coin hunter.
Yeah, Joe, you're going to have to pay attention to the chat because I can't right now.
No problem. What's that? No. Hello, Reverend Dave. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I can also search with my loop using my glasses or without.
I can too. It took me a little bit to get used to, but
yeah, you're just taking and changing the Actually, I can see a little better without my glasses whenever I'm using my loop.
I agree. Hi, Lenny.
I can't read that. Hello. I see a young coin hunter. I can see that. And that's getting good for me anymore. This roll sucks. I ain't finding nothing but extremely minor RPMs.
That's exactly what I'm finding.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And hey, everybody that's here, thank you for being here. Amy, it's great to see you. Hey, Rev is here.
Hey, Paul Hampton. Welcome, buddy.
There's a new role I'm going through, but actually this one comes from Robert, directly from Robert. This one did.
Uh-oh. What year is it?
I've had this one a while.
Now, what year is it?
1960D.
Oh, okay. Now, was this a tube or a Fed wrap?
This was a bank wrap that I put in a tube.
Okay.
I have not looked through it.
No, see, I never looked through those. So
This is a virgin roll, guys. And I'm doing it I'm just checking the date and mint mark. That's all I'm checking. And I'm doing it on the scope so y'all can share it with me.
well, yeah, but you gotta give me and Joe Durbin 50% of your fines.
That's right.
Well, I'm happy to have you both here. So
I'm just funning with you guys.
what is that? A little funky D on there, a little bit. Not much, but a little something maybe. Nothing stands out. Robert, what do you think?
Definitely.
RPM, definitely. Nice one. That's the RPM. What did we say, Art Ring? You still in there?
Is that a 2 or?
No, that's
No, it's not a 2.
That's a 15. That's a nicer one. I think that's the one Joe and me just had. I think it's 15.
That come out of that virgin roll I bought off you. This is
Yeah.
the first time I've looked at it.
Nice one to find. That's a real. Now that's probably a $7 to $10 coin.
Cool.
Notice on that, on top of the 6, you'll see a little notching from where they did a die. I don't know. They did something to the die on that.
Ah.
You'll see a little bit. I think that's the one. I don't know. You got a different.
Another one. This is a fat D here. That is a fat D.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Well, I mean, I can't tell, but that ain't nothing. I like the 15 that you had.
This one, yeah. I kept it out because I'll probably put that one in a 2x2. It's that one there.
Yep, that's the one I would. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice example as far as looking at the mint mark and all.
Cool.
I'm
I'll
keeping
keep that
score,
one.
Alden, so you don't have to.
That's all right.
Usually when you find one, you find multiples, Alden. So
I'm hoping, like I said, this is a virgin roll. So
but the 15, you won't. I've noticed the ones I found. I have not found a lot of them. So I hope you really find some. I just didn't when I was looking.
I just happened to find that one. It was the 6th coin I went in the roll. So
Okay. Well, I'm done with my roll. I didn't find nothing.
That was fast.
Nothing that I figured that was keepable.
I got a
one so far.
10 to go out of this roll.
Something there. I don't know. It's a minor if it is one.
That's not too bad.
It's a minor, but it's a nice little double. RPM.
Oh, it's got good splits on it. Still minor.
Let's see. You know what? I just.
Yeah, we got a little tail on that one and a fat D. That's a minor, I think. I don't know what it is. But
Nothing.
that's the thing with the D's. There's so many of them. Hey, we're having fun, right, guys?
Right on.
Yeah, man.
And hopefully people watching having fun with us.
I have to show this one on the scope. Now this ain't no variety, but I hope it shows up on my scope. It must have been an end roll.
There you go, Robert.
Yeah, I'm just, let me go back as far as I can. How you like that for color?
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. That's pretty.
Must have been the end roll.
Yeah, had to have been Andy.
Now I wanted to look at something else on this while I had it here, because I know. No. Oh, okay.
Paul.
Wow. Man, it's got some pretty color.
Guys, when you're searching rolls, the end roll, sometimes you get those. Now, I don't know. This in here, I think, was an end. Let me turn it over. Yeah, that was an end roll. That's the reverse of it.
Right on.
It's got the FG and that. That FG looks a little doubled. Or I don't know. I have to look at that on the loop. Let me see.
There's another one.
And then, go ahead and you got, there's another one. Yep, that's a nice one again.
That's two.
Keep going. Good.
Oh, you dog, you.
We're getting there. We're down two so far.
Keep it up.
I paid for that roll.
Yep.
And then a little bit. This is one of the earlier rolls I bought off Robert. I just never got around to checking it. I've got,
Well, if you got it from an earlier one, then you probably got it when we was only selling for $5 or $6 a roll.
yeah, I had 8 marks on it. That must have been what I gave for it.
Well, there you go.
So I've had it a while.
Uh-huh. Well, you've definitely paid for it then.
Oh, yeah, and then some.
Paid for it, you can buy you a cup of coffee.
There you go. Starbucks even.
Heck yeah.
Ah, hang on a minute.
Oh, heck, my next roll's is, let's see here. What the hell is that?
Lenny said, I took a whole page of notes.
What's that?
I said, Lenny says he's took a whole page of notes.
Oh. Well, heck, I don't even think we've been into, how long we been at this?
On about an hour and 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. I got a 1961 D roll now I'm going to look at.
There's another one.
Another one? Yeah, man.
I think it is. Hang on. Is that another one? It looks like.
Yes, it is.
No, that was
Right.
Robert did.
Robert was right. There's 3 of them. He said there was usually more than one in a row. That's cool.
How many more do you got left in that roll to go?
30?
30?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You might find 8 or 10 or 12. Or that could have been the last one, too.
It could be. You never know.
That's the beauty of it. Hey, Rudy. Hello. How are you today?
Hey, Rudy.
That ain't the same one, but there's something funky with that.
Yeah, that's
Hang on a minute. Let me get full screen. So, oh, what that is?
that's an RPM. That's one of the ones that they have. Hold on a second. I'll see if I can find that.
That one of the minor ones?
Well, they're still good. They did a lot of those. I mean, again, there's 200 and some RPMs for that year.
Right.
Right.
I don't know that one off the top of my head. I can't, and I do know looking at that's an RPM. I just don't know which one it is.
That can go back in the roll for now.
Well, that one there you can take and you can.
These rolls ain't going nowhere.
Well, there you go.
There's another one.
What?
Bottom. See it at the bottom?
I can't see it on the scope at the bottom. No.
Maybe it's not.
I don't see it.
Definitely is.
I thought it was. It's a minor, but it's there.
Oh, I seen a little bit of notching. Maybe that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe. We go back. Sorry, I don't mean to hog screen. There you go. Well, I found 3 good ones so far.
Hey, Alden. Lincoln wants you to show the large over small date again.
Which one? The one with
Yeah.
the lamination or without?
One with the lam error or just the small over large? Rudy says hello, Floor.
Hello, I said hello.
Oh.
Hello, sir.
Which one, Lincoln? We go back over this because I think he wants a regular one. I'm not sure.
Then you want to see your.
What you said, Rudy?
Yeah.
That one, Lincoln?
Go up a little bit. There you go.
Let me focus it a little bit. Hang on a minute. There you go. Now you can see the D in that, but not really. You see the double, I mean the RPM better in hand than you do. But that's small date over large date with the RPM. That's one that I sent you one like Lincoln. The Bell 457. That's one of the ones I found. I found 3 so far. And I'll show the one with the lamb. This is the small date over large date and lamination. Can you guys see that?
Yep, I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad boy right there. I ain't never seen anything quite like that. That's one that's going to Robert and he's going to have graded.
Yeah, we'll get that one graded. I'm interested because, and this is a debate. In fact, that might be one down the road to have a live stream on. Does a lamination, should that take and lessen the grade of a coin, being as it happened during the mint process?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Well, see, that's an argument that some people have had. Because some of us seem to think that, you get, I mean, come on. I have seen 65 and or 66 graded coins that have got a die clip. Okay. How and then they take a lamination error and maybe have it a 60, 61, 62, 63. It's like, how do you come up with that conclusion? Right. Are you determining which errors are more valuable than the others? Nice RPM, Joe.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, there's a couple of them on this roll.
Cool.
A couple with the.
They're not as strong as Alden's, though. You better pick it up there, buddy. Actually, my 61 has produced a couple RPMs. I didn't have a 60D roll handy, so. Yeah, I'm reading what he says. See, Art and you could be right. You know, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. Now that's another rule, guys. The 61 Denvers, they're full of RPMs.
I've got a couple of 61Ds, but I've never gone through them. In fact, I think this is still on paper.
The 61 RPM one, the D over horizontal D, of course, is the favorite for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's just full of die chips. This roll.
I believe that might have been one of the first RPMs that Art Ring bought from me was a 61 D over horizontal D. Art, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems to me that just came to my mind.
Well, I don't know if there's any more. I've only got about 15 more to go through, but I've got 3 so far out of that roll.
3 more than what you had, and those are nice RPMs. So far, you found the strongest, in my opinion, tonight as far as finding them in rolls.
You what, Robert? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said, as far as I'm concerned, so far from searching the rolls, you found the nicest RPM out of all of us so far.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Now, see, I'm cheating. I'm just grabbing rolls that are close to me.
I just grabbed a couple out of the box, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
One of my boxes. I've got 3 boxes full of them.
I think he's just showing us the same coin over and over again.
No, I'm not. But there's another one. There's 4. There's 4 right there, guys.
Way to go.
I think that's 4. Is that another? Yep. That's another one.
Yep. Well, Art, I'm shocked that you haven't found one, especially out of all those 61Ds I had, because I know there was some in there. People told me they found some. So I'm shocked you never found one, Art.
There's 4. Just to show you, Joe, I'll put all 4 of them together and show them together.
Oh, I was teasing. I know. Don't be rubbing it in now.
Hey, I have to rub it in.
Come on.
Rub it in. Is that one you bought from Joe?
Actually, this roll come from you, Rob. This was a
Stop rubbing it in.
early on. I'm rubbing it into you, Rob. And there's other RPMs in here, but those are the 4.
Well, you ain't done yet. Like you said, you might find 5 or 6 of them.
Now you never know. I've still got probably, let's see, 2, 4, 6. I've got 8 more to go.
Okay. Well,
I love it. Of course, I got 5 or 6 more rolls in there if I want to go through them, but not.
Yeah. That's okay too.
I like my rolls, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I guess y'all know that.
Yeah. Sort of kind of been a little bit of a hint there with what you buy from me.
Well,
I'm just glad you're finding them. I'm serious. I really am.
oh, I am too. I mean, I'm very, very tickled. Okay, well then the last 4. So maybe all I got was 4. But then, hey, 4 is better than poking with a sharp stick.
Right on. That's not bad at all. You had a lot of minor ones in there too. So
Yeah, there's probably 10, 12 minor ones there.
Hey, Lemon.
Hey,
Adam.
how are you, Trav? We've been spending the last couple hours going through coin and talking coin and 60Ds mostly, but okay, that's all of them. So I've got 1. Hang on a minute. I just to prove it to Joe here. 2, 3, and 4. And here we go, guys. I'm going to go to the big screen.
I'm cheating, Lemon. I'm doing 61, 59, 62s. I don't care.
All right, there's 1. and 2 and 3 and 4.
They all look to be a minimum of 63 grade or better.
Yeah, they're at least 63s. I'd go 63, and I undergrade like you do, at least a grade. Because I'm not a grader. I don't put myself in that category, but I'm just saying if I had to grade them, I'm going to lay these 4 at the top of the 2 so I know where they're at. And I will put these in 2x2s and get them in my book.
Nice, Alden.
Yeah, that was sweet, guys. Let me see.
That is nice. I agree. Nice pickup.
That was sweet. I really enjoy doing that.
Well, and that's the best part about it is the fun you have. A
All right.
little bit of heart palpitation where it just gives you a little bit of.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Just searching through them.
Now, here's another end roll I found, guys.
What you got? Oh, whoa. Let's go to you, Robert. And there you go, buddy. Oh, my God. Look at that. Woo. That's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Make me a price on that one, Robert. I'd like to have that for my own collection.
Did you see? Where's Anna at? She's got the beautiful one.
That was a beauty.
Let me flip that one over here.
That's gorgeous.
Here again, you can see that's an end roll.
Yeah. Look at that rainbow on that thing.
I would have owned that if Anna wasn't bitten. I don't.
I would have owned that.
I would have, but
I'll tell you what, that one's a pretty one there.
Yeah, that's a nice coin. That is a nice coin.
Yes, it does have nice color, Travis.
Travis, I'm going to show you something I found a little while ago in a roll I bought off Joe yesterday. That actually Robert's going to have a slab for me. You weren't here when I showed it.
That was the other half of the end roll.
Yeah, that's nice, Robert. I love
This
it.
is not as nice, I don't think.
No, that other one you shows prettier, but that's pretty as well.
Show off the one you're talking about.
All right. That'd be the lamination one.
You know what, Art? It's my favorite too. And I've probably found 2 or 3 rolls of those. Go ahead and show it off, Alden.
Hang on a sec. I got to switch back over to my scope. All right. Here you go. Travis, have you ever seen one like this? It's a small over large date with a lamination. I found that in a roll I bought off Joe that he bought off Robert, and somehow it come into my possession, and I found that last night.
it was all a mistake.
Yeah, I think I want to give you your money back. I sent you the wrong roll.
That's right. Refund is done. Send me back my roll.
Yeah. Joe, yours is on its way.
Lemon says that could be a loss before strike too. I don't know what that is. But it's definitely small over large.
I would not agree with that, Travis, only because of the mushiness of the. I mean, look at the D. The D is gone. I have a feeling that it was there, struck, and then it fell away. That's what I think.
All right, compare it to a one that don't have the lamination, which is a small over large date, which is another one I found.
And it's $300 worth of, about $400 worth of coins in total.
What, them two?
3. You
Oh,
said you found 3, right?
Yeah, I gave one to Lincoln. Yeah.
Yep. I'm guessing that that's a total, honestly, of at least, I'd say, close to $400.
Wow,
I'd agree with that.
that's cool. Pretty
For
good.
me,
Find.
Lemon,
Pretty good.
I
Find.
have more.
God, they ain't been into it, but for about 2 years.
That's not bad at all. From me.
Where did I get that roll? The original roll that I found the first one from that this particular one, the one you're looking at now, I got from Robert. The second one, I believe I bought from you, Travis, because it comes from a different roll. And the one with lamination, I just got yesterday in the mail from Joe. So I found 3 in 3 different rolls. I've never found 2 of them in the same roll. Not those small over large tape. I've been lucky though. I've still got 4 or 5 rolls I've not even gone through yet.
Well, I'd be going through them because now the only reason I say that is the 1960. Whenever I found them, guys, I found a bunch of them, but I usually find them like in each roll. There's normally, when I found them, there's 6 to 8 in a roll.
Right.
So if you went through that real quick, I'd be going through it a second time.
Oh, I will. I will. Maybe even a third time. But being worth that kind of money, maybe a third or fourth time.
Well, you don't want to go through them too many times. You might start imagining it being there.
Right.
There you go, guys. Oh, but yeah, it's been fun. I've had a ball tonight. I really have.
Now that's what makes it fun, is to find rolls like that, or well, to find the RPMs like that. And you know, like it or not, you're not going to get rich off of this stuff.
No,
People think they get onto the hobby, and I see all too many people. They take and it's like, oh, they see that one coin you got, that okay, you got $100 to $150 coin.
Right.
I mean, I find these coins all the time. I sell them, and I promise you, I'm not rich by no stretch of the imagination. And I mean, there's an old joke they have in the coin hobby. And the joke is, do you want to know how to make $1 million in the coin business? Start out with $10 million.
Yeah, exactly. You make $1 million, but you're going to spend 10 to do it.
Exactly.
Well, that's why for me it's a hobby, not a living. I mean, I love doing it. I love collecting. I love searching. I love dealing with the people in this community. I've met some of the best people, and I have some of the best people in chat and on the stage right now with me that I've ever known.
Yeah, but you know what? Sad to say, Alden, is you've got a few, and here's the deal. Okay, now I've been a dealer for a while.
Right.
As a dealer, we see, I mean, I would take, and if I seen you in a coin show, I would know you're a heads up kind of person. Okay.
Right.
Newbie, it don't matter. It's great. But there's other people that come in that try to scam, and you just know who they are.
Right.
But as dealers, we also see the other dealers that are, I mean, they're taking those rolls and they're just squeezing every penny out.
Yeah.
And they maybe are selling stuff that they, if I see, there's so many times I go to a dealer and it's like, oh, look at this double die, Robert. I look at it. That's machine doubling. It ain't worth nothing.
Right.
And they'll take, and the good dealers, they will take and they'll change it right there and then and take it off.
Right.
The ones that that are trying to scam, they'll take and they'll just put it back in their case and they won't do nothing about it. And dealers know the dealers that are like that.
Right.
Those guys don't tend to go too far.
Yeah.
But, you also, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is you have good people, great people in the hobby. They tend to, if they don't know their history, they will learn it just from the coin.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's me. I'm learning. I mean, that's what I want to do. I like to absorb everything and learn it.
I love the history of coins itself.
Oh, I do.
When I was on my my little vacation, I went up to my mom's for Thanksgiving,
Yeah, and you got to eat them pumpkin rolls, and you starve me to death.
Well, thank you. You helped pay for my vacation.
There you go. Glad I
Um,
could contribute.
Well, you know what? It was a 250 one-way trip, so it was a tank of gas. But me and my mom was sitting there, and we were talking, and my uncle come over, and we all started talking, and we were discussing how, you know, I just seen it not too long ago on the news. They've outlawed a few books from Amazon because it didn't fit somebody's narrative.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you know, we were talking. That's history, no matter whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's
I know. It makes me sick.
well, and you know, we just seen what was it? I think it was that Al Qaeda that took and was destroying all of those monuments over in the Middle
Yeah.
East.
Yeah. And we're doing the same thing in this country.
Yeah, well, right. And
Right.
it's like, what a shame. You know, what's going to happen to our generation that don't? You know, they're gonna. It's just a shame. But with coins, like I
It is
told
a shame.
you, with coins, because of people being greedy, they're always around.
Yeah.
You know, the stories are going to go about this Kennedy and that man on it.
Right.
That will be saved throughout history.
You were
Now, you may hear variable stories about him, but we're going to know he was a president and a lot of that stuff. And, you know, I've learned so much, like, and a lot of people don't know this, the first silver that was ever coined by the United States Mint, it could have been Martha Washington's rare, her silver settings that she had. She donated silver to the United States government when we first started.
I didn't.
Well, you just learned something.
I did. I learned something else, did I?
They took in the United States government had borrowed money from Martha Washington in the form of her sterling silver. They melted it down, and the first dizzums and half dollars were made of that. So
Wow.
you can literally have, if you have some of the earliest stuff from the United States Mint, you could literally be looking at a coin that possibly George Washington had a turkey dinner with.
Yeah, really.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, and it's true. I know. I've got a few from the early 1800s. I got an 1803 and I think a 1806 maybe in my typeset, and I look at them coins and I go, who carried these? You know, who had these in their pocket when they were walking up the steps of whatever building? In Philly or whatever. I mean, it's so cool. And then when you get into politics, and all coins are about politics.
I know.
When you get into the politics, each coin, like take the peace dollar and the story behind the peace dollar. I mean, that story is fascinating.
Yep.
And then you can go back, like one of my things that I love, and one of my special things I really get is the 20-cent piece. And the 20-cent piece come into existence because there was a silver was going down in value at the time worldwide, and there was a congressman from Nevada that wanted to push the Silver City at the time, and he went to the mint. They get directed to the mint and said, "We need this 20-cent piece in the West," because in the East they weren't using silver; they were using fractional paper money, and that's how 20-cent piece come into production. And just that history of how it became, how long it lasted, was what long, its fall, just the whole thing of it. And having a piece that is in mint state, as I happen to get lucky enough to purchase, that's a piece of history that I can pass on to my grandchild, my granddaughter.
Right.
And that's all we are. We're holders of that history. And the coin holds
And we
that
have a responsibility.
behind it.
We have a responsibility to maintain them.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The coin collectors, we do.
Right. Because we are conserving history for the buttheads that are out there. What I just seen JC Will says, they're taking and they're destroying monuments down where he lives.
Yeah. And melting coins and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's absolutely, I sat there and I mean, it almost makes you want to cry.
Yeah,
Seriously, when you look throughout just in our world within the last, in my lifetime,
mine too.
so much.
You're a
that-
little younger than I am, but yeah, we both seen that.
right, and it's just a shame some of the things that they're doing. Well, Lemon, you're right. He said if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Yes.
Lemon, you're watching it happen today.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, within, and I'm not making this political, but since Trump has got elected, I told my uncle, I said, when he was in Vietnam, there was people out in Berkeley fighting for the First Amendment, and it was known as the Child Berkeley College, as
exactly.
being the college for the freedom of speech movement.
Yep.
I said,
Now they do just the opposite
right. And
at
it's like,
that same university.
and I am very, I have an enormous amount of respect for anybody that has ever served. My uncle came home, and he came home during the Vietnam War, and they were dead set against it. He never got to.
No, they were spit on,
And
they had rotten tomatoes thrown at them. And I mean, these guys seen war like very few people ever have.
he came through California because he was coming from Vietnam. He was actually on the right there. Oh God, he's told me. I mean, right there he was on the. I don't know if it's an island or where. I don't know the spots. I don't know all that, but
Right.
I just know that he told me. He said one of the things that a lot of the guys did when they got off of the planes. He said there was a lot of guys that took their uniforms off and they took in. He said because they didn't want the.
Yeah, they didn't want the scrutiny.
Right.
My uncle said.
Diane.
That's sad.
My uncle was there for 3 tours.
Uh-huh.
His name was Bob Earl. He was a Green Beret. He was a Special Forces sniper is what he was. And he went over in 60, right before Tet in 68, the first tour.
Okay.
And he spent a year over there, come back. And I mean, 3 months he was home. He went right back to the second tour.
You know what? He might have seen my uncle then, because my uncle was in Air Force and he was down. He was where the air base is down there, and Tet was. Huh?
Well, there were several air bases, but there was one right outside the Laos Cambodia border, and that's where he was stationed because at that time, our people couldn't go into Laos.
Right.
They would send special troops into Laos.
He was down by Da Nang.
Huh? Oh, he was in Da Nang.
In that area, it seems like, because he told me, wherever he was, I know one time he said they went on a little, they had off time from the base, and they were going up the river. I don't know if it's Laos River or what, but they was there just having a good time with a couple of women, and they looked around, and here they crossed that 42nd parallel or whatever the hell it was.
Yep.
And he said, shit, he said, they must have been 30 minutes on the wrong side of the border. He said,
Not a good place to be.
well, he didn't know what the hell was going on, but they had to turn around and get their butts back as quietly and as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but the basic story is it was a bad war, and there was a lot of things that happened that shouldn't have happened, but it was politically controlled. And our guys come back, and they, like I said, they weren't respected. They were, it ain't like today. And that I'm not going to get political on here. This is about coin, and I want to keep it about coin. But I will say this: I got respect for Trump or anybody who respects the military and that backs the military.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. But
you know what the sad part is once these young men and women now are coming back. I mean, we see so many homeless. Our government ain't taking care of them.
And the suicide rate is so high, and it's scary. And I mean, we're not as a society. We need to do more
for our men that are protected.
For our men and women and that come out of uniform to serve. That's my.
And I agree. I mean,
me too.
That's just a shame. But you know what? Think about it. They're talking about these young kids. They're thinking socialism is a great thing.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I
I,
know.
I told my uncle, I said, I wish they would just take and, give them kids that think this is good, give them a vacation down to Venezuela. Just, I said, 1 month.
Yeah.
Take 1 month.
Wouldn't even take a month. 2 weeks would do it.
Well, but I want them to remember it,
Yeah.
because 2 weeks, I mean, don't get me wrong, you'd probably, I think you'd just be getting over the shock within 2
Yeah,
weeks.
well, that's true.
I mean, listen, when I went over to the Philippines the first time, I went there for 10 days. Well, that didn't work. I went
Yeah,
after
the
that.
culture shock alone was like, what?
Yeah, exactly. My interior clock was not taking, and it hadn't caught up. So there was a couple times I went there for 2 months, and I got an opportunity to actually. That's why I say a month. I think a month would be
Yeah.
what.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a shame, and it's what Lemon said. These kids, but here's the sad part, like me and my uncle was talking, they're not really teaching history.
No, they're not.
Not the way they used to.
No,
Not real history anyway.
no, they change it. I mean, they take out what they think isn't politically correct or whatever, and
Yeah.
You
But
know what?
The thing is with coin, if you're a coin collector, then you're holding a piece of history, and you're holding the story of that history. It's just like the Stone Mountain or certain commemoratives. I mean, there's history behind those coins.
Oh
And
yeah.
that history is not going to change.
Right.
I mean, the history of the coin is not going to change,
No, it's not.
and you can't change it, no matter what you rewrite.
Right.
How you rewrite it. I mean, that coin's there, and we're protectors of that. And I guess that's what I really wanted to get back to. Is we are.
Yeah, that coin
We'll
is,
be here long after we're dead and gone. I mean,
and it's never going to look better than the last time we handled it.
exactly.
Because, you know what I mean? So, how we
Maintain it the best you can.
is going to, that's how I look at it anyway,
I apologize for smoking, but I had to have a cigarette.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
Well, most of us on here either smoke or vape one, but
Well,
anyway, tonight's been a great stream, and we've looked at a lot of coin and seen a lot of great stuff.
well, now here's a piece of trivia. And you
All
said,
right, Robert, let's give it to us.
what's the oldest money known in existence? And I know there's people out there that are going to give me a date. That is going to be wrong.
Ooh,
Oldest money, gold.
oldest money out there.
I'd like,
I'm afraid I couldn't have guessed. The oldest piece I have is a Winnamite, but that's not even close. So I don't know.
Do you know what year it is?
money.
My Winnamite,
Yeah.
uh,
That would be
around
around.
the time of Christ, but I don't know the exact year. I know the century. I don't know the year.
Well, hello, CJ. We got some good people in here.
Hey, hey, you missed a couple of good flyers.
Yeah, you missed a couple of, unless you was out here looking, CJ. I put up a couple of nice Indians.
He did
Or, I'm sorry, Flying Eagles.
flyers. Yeah,
Hey, Hidden.
Hidden's here. Cool.
Big toe.
Chickens and goats.
Kitty, we're talking currency.
I knew that had to come in
Currency.
here
We're
somewhere.
talking money. There's two answers, and I've seen them both.
What are
Money
they, Robert?
being coins
Right.
is their best guesstimate is like 640 to 700 BC.
Wow.
Okay, and it started. Oh God, I just had the name. You know how you get the name, it slips your mind. It's over in the Middle East. However, I seen where two people said China and currency. Currency and China go back well before Chinese had currency I believe the longest, or I think somebody said something like it's noted at, I believe it was Lemon, help me here. I want to say that it was like 10,000 BC for currency. But
Wow.
Lemon may know that.
Kind of had that. I didn't have no idea of that.
Now, like I say, the currency is noted whenever paper was invented. Currency was invented right at the same time frame.
Cool.
And I can't remember the exact time because it's a lot older than the silver coins
Right.
and gold and things like that.
Bronze or any of that.
Right. Like I said, Lemon. Well, okay. You know, Lemon, you say linen, but they had rice. It was rice paper. Some people consider it linen, I think. I don't know how that terminology is, Lemon. Because I know it was on rice paper, but maybe linen was just like that.
I know the oldest coin I have was hand forged, and it's a win of mine. And it's about both sides of a dime, maybe. And it was around Christ time, 100 years BC or 50 years AD. It was like 150-year spec in there. They don't know exactly when it was made, but carbon dated it was in that time.
Right. Lemon, then, yeah, me and you are talking the same thing. Hold on, I'll show you something.
Linen was rice paper, in rice paper. Okay, cool.
What are you doing there, Alvin?
I'm doing okay. Like I said, I interesting conversation. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff I've never heard of before. I hope you are too, Joe.
Oh yeah. Some of it is.
Yeah, Robert's a wealth of information, and Lemon knows his stuff too. And so
Lemon is, how do they, don't let Lemon kid you.
oh, I know. What do you got there?
I'm trying to get the camera to focus it. Let me see if I can pull over my
on
other.
the big camera, Robert.
Yeah, I can. Hold on a second. I got to change my camera here, guys.
I'm going to get rid of my live feed and go to mine. There you go, because I want to smoke without. Ooh,
Nice.
That's 297.80.
wow, that's cool. Wow.
Now let's see here. This one's about the same time, only it's a smaller one.
Is that silver?
Yep.
Yeah. That's silver.
Wow.
This is during the Roman.
Yeah, I knew it was Roman, but that's cool. God, something like that would be priceless.
Well, you would think, but they're not.
Really?
Now this one here, there's the date on it.
Okay. I was always told Roman coins were valued by who was on the obverse of them.
It does.
I mean, like I said, I don't know much about them, but I've read that much about them.
The problem is I took and got these. That's right, CJ Trojan. I bet you can think. Let's see here. Well, hi, Amy. I better take in.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy, good to have you back, honey.
Personally, this one here, I just sort of kind of like it out of.
Yeah, I love that. What's the value of that, Robert? If a man wanted to go out and buy one, what could he find one for?
I would say something like this would probably cost you about $150 to $300, and I'm
Well, if
guessing
I can find one, I'll buy one because I'd love to have one for my collection.
I'm just saying, I'm guessing at the price of it. I can find you some.
That's awesome.
There you go. That's all I got to show on that subject.
That is awesome. No, that's
Thanks,
awesome.
Robert. That's cool.
That is awesome. I mean, that is awesome, Robert. I mean, awesome.
Yeah, those are just like I say. I'm certain that other people know much more about that than me.
I don't know anything about the ancient coins except for I know that some of the Roman coins were valued by who was on their offers. You know, like if you had one with Caesar on it, it was, more valuable than somebody like Cthulhu or whoever, you know.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about.
I've found that you get the ones with animals. Some of the animals are what makes big money.
Oh, really? Cool. I
The
didn't know
owl
that.
in particular, I'm thinking.
That's cool.
Barely older than you, Alden.
Barely.
That's,
Remember, I've been asked about Cleopatra, and I said I didn't know her, but her mother was hot. Remember that. Remember. I remember when the Dead Sea was just sick.
that's right.
So remember this.
I can't forget it, Alden. I can't.
I just
Yeah.
can't remember what comes first, the chicken or the egg. I haven't figured that out.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
But Lemon is correct. You date Roman and all the ancient coins by the emperor.
Right.
That's cool.
So
That's cool. Yeah, but Robert, if you ever come across anything like that at a decent price, let me know, and I will.
I can get you at any time you want.
Oh, I'd love to have one. I would. I would.
I mean, what are you looking for? Because listen, here's going to be the deal.
Just something from that time period in silver. I mean, just to put to my collection because I have nothing like that.
Well, I'll take and because these three here, I'm sort of kind of keeping on to.
Oh, sure. I'm not saying those. I'm saying
No, I know. I'm just saying though, I do know how to get a hold of some of the others, and I'll get you a real good price. And I'll let you know about them.
sounds good. Send me an email. We'll work it out. But I'm definitely in the market for something like that. That would be a priceless
But
addition to my
they're
collection.
Listen, they're fun to own.
Yeah.
And they are really, I mean, I'll look around. They are doable. You know, you don't have to you don't have to worry about, I mean, hell, you can find, I mean, I've got modern coins that are worth more than some of them. So
I'm sure I do too.
well, right. Yeah, you do. I can definitely take, and I'll definitely get, I'll look for a nice one though. I mean, because that really makes a difference.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, just like I said, find something like that. Send me an email. We'll figure it out. I mean,
oh yeah, that's
I
not a
would love
problem.
to have something on that line. Yeah, I've got modern coins. I've got some modern coins that's worth between $700 and $1,000 each.
Oh, there's Roman. I know right now where there's a Roman piece that there's actually two or three, but they run into the thousands.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah,
I really want something from that time period. Don't have to be expensive. Don't want
the ones I'm talking about, they're the size of a Morgan dollar.
Oh God!
And they might be that thick, you know. I mean, there's probably a ounce and a half, 2 ounces of silver, maybe even 3 ounces.
Yeah, 2,000-3,000 years old. Yeah, that'd be.
Yep.
Wow.
And they look like they were minted yesterday.
Wow.
Right.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That's cool though. I mean,
I seen that. I don't know what I missed before.
Diane, clearly seeing the chat. Not a single one of these guys are talking up, peeps.
You want to know what came first? Chicken
I'm sorry, we're just talking about coin, guys. I mean, I'm the same way with Joe. Me and Joe just get me and just him in a room. We get that way, let alone somebody as knowledgeable as Robert Larson. I mean, you know,
Right.
I'm so fortunate. I have coin op in my stream talking about coin. I mean, how privileged am I tonight? I mean, you know.
Listen, I've told people I'd take it out, talk your heads off. I enjoy talking about coins.
I do too, my friend. I do too. And you know, I have learned so much from you and Joe and Travis and Lincoln, and I can go on. Other people. I mean, just so much. Because when I got into this, I knew what a nickel was and I knew what a penny was, but I sure didn't know what a 3-cent nickel was.
Right.
And you know what? Yeah, you know, once you have a great attitude in the hobby, you really do. And I don't mean that to try and fluff. I like that, Joe. That's a nice Hawaiian piece.
Yeah, that is. That's a rare one. I like the Hawaiian.
Where'd you get that at, Joe?
eBay.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Nice piece. Hard to find.
I got one of those somewhere.
I don't. That's nice.
I
Sweet.
don't know if I got that one though or not.
I don't know. You sold one of these on your auction one time.
Yeah, and I think I got another one, Joe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. I've looked at them. I've seen them online. I've seen them. Other people have them in their collections, but I don't have anything like that. That's cool. What was you saying, Robert, about what about my attitude? I hope
I was just saying, you got the attitude of wanting to learn.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for. So.
Let me tell you, don't expect everything to, right now, looking at those roles, you are ahead of the game there. But, we was talking earlier about money. And I was acceptable to it when I first started. I was out for the money. But then I took and, I want to say that I've had a few friends of mine that taught me that giving back to the hobby, just doing what we're doing here. Sure, me and you, we're just talking and we're chatting, and you and Joe having a good time. Somebody out there might be learning something that
I know I am. I hope they are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Bill 457. YouTube is the biggest coin meeting around. You're right. That's what we had to do, guys. We had to have, I've got something working with Daniel where we're going to do 2 streams a month to where we're just picking a topic that we want to discuss to try and educate the people. But you know what? What Bill said is probably something that we need to figure out how to do. And that is basically make a YouTube coin club, period. Put it
That
in
would be cool.
just
That
a
would be
coin club.
Yeah.
Right? Where we take and meet, my coin club. Now, I belong to a local coin club. I'm a lifetime member. I belong to the ANA. That also, besides my local. And we meet once a month.
Right. I belong to a local here, but yeah.
That's good. That's very much it. There you go.
Right on.
Yeah, Amy. Amy says she's in. See, we just got our first. Okay, how much we want to charge now?
I'm in.
Before you say anything, Amy and everybody, how much we charging?
Well, see, I'll be honest, Robert, to be honest with you, that's one of the things when I first started this stream and I started Coin Corner, that's one of the things I wanted to do. And that's why I kind of picked this forum. And I started out with people like Joe and Travis and which is still very much part of this, and Oz and yourself and people of knowledge, people that know coin. And I just wanted to get a rap session going about different coins, about learning about them, presenting them, showing, things that maybe people don't see every day. And, that's kind of where I want my stream to go. And that's kind of where it's focused at. And I hope I'm on the right track. And if I'm not, folks out there in YouTube land, let me know. But if I am doing the right thing, then let me know that as well. And I appreciate it.
The way our coin club locally is set up is we go in and there's one talker each month that comes in that specializes in something. I don't care what they specialize in. I mean, I've been there when there's been some of the most respected currency collectors, counterfeit detectors, Roman collectors. I learn something each time I go there.
Oh, I bet.
But then we have a show and tell at the end where whoever comes to the meeting, they're allowed to bring coins and they can show. If you want to trade amongst each other, you can. It don't matter. But, that would be a nice platform to where we need to take and get specialists to be on a YouTube show, like I say, once a month, have it specialize in whatever they specialize in.
For example,
right now we have, like you said, CJ's in here. I've watched CJ mature up into where he's at with the
Flying Eagles. Yeah.
Right, the Flying
Like
Eagles.
Rivendell with the foreign coins. And
there you go. And I've
another one.
What is it?
Hello, Joe.
Hey.
I know. But we've seen I mean, there's so many people who have specialized in just one area. Oh, I mean, he's doing great on the Lincoln RPMs, and if he keeps going with that, I mean, Amy, she does.
Oh, the French, Canadian and all that. Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows what everyone does. You know, we know what everyone specializes in. And you know what? Even like just in let's break it down to mine varieties. There's people out there that specialize in just the Buffalo series varieties, the Mercury varieties,
Right.
you name it. Every series has a specialist in that series that knows probably those little stories that you were just talking about, that you watched the video and somebody brought a story about a coin that maybe is in that series, how it came about.
Right.
There's so much.
Like the 20-cent piece I was talking about.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm saying, you can do that with every series. Like just for an example, in the Buffalo series, I know there's certain years that they were all weekly struck. There's a reason for that. It was because of something going on in the economy or in the industry. Maybe they were changing over from steam to something else. There's just so much knowledge out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that would be cool to have a channel or a show or whatever to where you did have somebody each time that was a specialist on that. That's a great idea.
Well, that's what we need to do. But what we need to do is we need to come together as a group and just form a YouTube channel for just strictly for the hobby. And I promise you, if we don't get it done, somebody else will take it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm all up for it. I'm in for it.
I'm in.
Yeah, me and Joe both are in. I mean, and I'm sure that most of the people in chat are in, because most of these people have their own specialty. Myself, I'm a new collector. I'm learning. I don't have any real specialties, but I want to learn from it all. I've always been a coordinator of a lot of things, and I've tried to help that way. But
there's one thing I can promise you. If you've been collecting, how long have you been collecting?
About 2.5 years.
Then you know more than the guy who's starting today.
Well, maybe a little.
Right on.
It don't matter. At least you have something to, you know what? You can present the fact of, I'm just trying to think of a topic. Let's say it's Alden Davis's turn to be the speaker.
Right.
You can speak of how, you got involved in the hobby, and, maybe you did your research, how you did your research, what channels you went to. How did you find your first 20-cent piece? Was it eBay? Was it Etsy? Was it Joe Durbin? Whatever, all that stuff.
Like I said on my channel on videos, Robert, I spent the first year reading about coin before I ever bought my first coin.
That's smart.
Learning about it before I ever bought my first coin. I spent going through Pocket Change, going through my own stuff, inherited stuff, and learning about it and buying books. So I spent a year learning, not that I know that much, but at least I had a fundamental knowledge, basic knowledge of what I was looking at before I, pull the trigger on it.
Right.
And that right there, just the fact that you just told the brand new person coming in, you told them something that, in my opinion, is so right. I tell people all the time at shows, hey, I want to get into this. I tell them, go buy a book on it, read that first, then before you buy your first coin. Your first investment should be a book.
Right.
Yeah, mine was several books.
Now this is just what's sitting here
Yeah.
at my feet. But that's because that's what I specialize in, okay? But as far as books, I've got, I don't have it right here at my side, but I've got a memory stick that is filled with books. We're talking 30, I think I don't know if it's a 32 or 64 gigabyte stick, and it's full of books.
Yeah, my extra hard drive's got a bunch of them in it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. I have a couple sticks that are all on.
Yeah, I have mine on, and I transferred it to my portable hard drive. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it's 64 bits full of books. That's all it's on here.
Mine was books and
And
videos.
all of these books, guys, have nothing but varieties.
Yeah.
For each series. Barbers, Seated, Flying Eagles, you name it. That's what it is. It has nothing to do. I've got books, like I've got a book strictly on the Buffalo Nickels,
Right.
but it's in a book form. I've got one on Mercury Dimes. I got one on Lincoln Pennies, one on Washington Quarters, which somebody out there needs to redo the book on Washington Quarters.
Yeah, there's not a lot done on quarters. Not a lot at all.
There's not. You have more
I noticed that gap myself.
Roosevelt Dimes. Jefferson. Now Jefferson, they did one. I just seen one on Roosevelt. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to get it, but I hear there's a good one on the Roosevelt.
You guys take it over. I'll be right back. I'm
Sure.
I gotta go feed a horse. I'll be
Okay. Go ahead. We don't mind you slacking.
We know all about you and your horse. Or chicken or
Yeah, look
whatever.
at all those books behind you, Joe.
Oh, there's all kinds of books back there. I don't know. Cherry pickers, Canadian coins, Strike It Rich. There's all, I don't know. I got all kinds. There's books over here.
TJ, I've got the Buffalo 2 cent. I don't have the 3 cent. I do have the Flyers. I don't have commemoratives, and I do have Indians. Those are the books that I know I have. And that's, like I say, all my varieties are right here.
Right.
So, I mean, I've got it on every one of those commemoratives, 3 centers, but they're the varieties only. I don't have the ones on just the actual series, because you can get a book on the series or. And Joe, didn't you get a copy of that book about the errors?
Yep.
Mike? Yeah,
Right over here.
that's a fun book.
I haven't even unwrapped it.
Oh man,
It's right here.
you go through that and you'll see some beautiful stuff. Yep. There's Florida Lena's handiwork.
That's right. It was too nice to unwrap.
The book that you wrapped for Joe. Show it to her, Joe. Hold on. They can't see you. You got to come over a little.
That's fine.
Mm.
See, it's still wrapped.
Yep.
That's right. I think you used the whole roll of saran wrap on it. That's why it's not
I got
undone.
big one.
I
She got
tried.
a big wrap roll.
I tried to get into it and I couldn't.
I got that, Bill, but the problem is it's my private book and it's been signed by Bill Fevis and JT Stanton.
That's nice.
At least you got the coin books. I'd love to get coin books for anything, birthday, Christmas, you name it.
Yeah, I like books too.
Lincoln, you got one
I
of them?
love the books. I absolutely love. My horse is fine, by the way.
Lincoln got his. Lincoln got his for the Washington Quarter, naming it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Cool. Yeah, he did. That's true.
Good night, Lynn. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, Lynn, and thanks for everybody that showed up tonight. And
Right on.
I hope it's been informative. And Lord knows we've tried. We've tried to talk coin and keep it on coin. And but Robert,
Wasn't it?
We have kept it on coins. History goes with coins.
Yeah.
and Robert, you come up with a great idea. I really do think your idea needs to be done.
I didn't. It was Bill 457.
100% behind you on it.
I think it was Bill 457 or somebody said it. We need, I don't know, whatever. We need to make a coin club. I don't know who said it.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I think it's a great idea. And God knows I'm 100% for it.
Bill said it was the biggest. YouTube's the biggest coin club meeting.
It is.
Right.
People from all over the world are
Okay,
here.
so I took the ideal from Bill.
There
So,
you
Bill, you get a free admission, and Amy, since she said she's in, she gets a free admission. Everybody else is going to start costing you money.
That works for me.
I don't know what they had. You know what? I don't understand why some of these people charge the money. Then I really don't. I'm not certain. I really don't know.
I don't either. I don't understand that either.
Right.
But you were talking about, Robert, you were talking about things you know, kind of turn expert on. And not that am, but I would love to be. If there's one coin I would love to learn everything there is about, the 20-cent piece. That coin fascinates me. I don't know why, but it does.
It's a wonderful, you know, I remember I put together a set. It was a type set, okay? And it was the odd type sets, the 3-cent silver, the 3-cent nickel, the 20-cent piece, and any of the 2-cent piece. Well, I took it. It was a 5-coin set. I remember when I put it together, to show you how anal I am about varieties, I had to get each of those already scarce type coins,
Right.
and each one of them had to be a variety, and it had to be a cherry picker's variety.
That's crazy. I mean, for me, just to build
Okay,
a
Mike.
type set, I mean, that was wow. But to get a variety type set, wow.
Got that book, Lemon? Yeah, Lemon says that Breen is good for the 20-cent research. Walter Breen, he was a strange individual, but
Well, so am I. So, I mean,
but he took and he did some awesome research in his time.
That's funny.
I'll check him out, Travis. I will. I'll check him out.
Walter Breen, that book has been out of print for probably 40 years, but it'll still cost you. If you can find one for under 100, grab it.
Well, I'll find it on eBay, and if it's that good a book, I'll give 100 plus whatever to get it. I mean, because hey, I'll buy books before I buy coin. I mean, when it comes to,
I always say you're better off if you take now Time Travelers. I don't know if he paid $30 for a Walter Breen book, but if he did, he got a steal.
I say, I've got books in there that have been out of print a long time on coin that I gave good for, and I mean, you know, they're
Yes, CJ. I'm just reading the chat as I'm listening.
yeah, I'm looking it over myself.
Yeah, CJ was asking, bring the encyclopedia one. That's the one I'm referencing. But Walter Breen made, oh my goodness, guys, he made it several dozen.
Wow.
He did make a lot of books.
Yeah, don't research Breen's life, but the coin research is good. Lemon, you got that right on the head, because that's how to turn people off. Oh, you know what, CJ? Maybe they went down then. Did he make as many as Flynn? CJ, I don't know that answer. Yeah, he made the U.S. coins and colonial coins. But see, the one I'm referring to is the encyclopedia, and like I say, the cheapest I've seen was 100. But I guess you can get them cheaper.
Robert, I've heard of that book before, but I've never saw it for sale. But I have heard of it.
And I say, I've got one right in the other room that I use from time to time still.
I will see if I can find one online somewhere. I'm sure it won't be cheap though.
You know what, CJ? I'm not going to say anything bad about Flynn.
I don't even know who Flynn is.
Yeah, I do. Sometimes having your name on authoritative references, if they're not authoritative and they're not good references, they're not worth that much.
Like some other people I know.
You know, there are certain books that now Wexler's always been good. All of his books that I know of.
Wexler's got a great reputation that I've heard of.
Yeah, John Wexler is, guys, he's another Walter Breen in my opinion. I mean, but I'm more or less emulating him to where I stick with varieties. And I try to stay with just varieties. I know about the other stuff. But you know, there's a lot of times you'll hear me say, I think when it comes to something else, like I mean, I know a little bit about Canadian, I know a little bit about World, I know a little bit about every series out there, but I'm not an authoritative.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I got that book too, Time Traveler. When Chuck was talking to me.
Lemon says his is signed by the guy. That's cool.
Wow, Lemon, I'd like to have that book.
Yeah,
I
really.
love autograph books.
That would be cool.
I've got autographs right now in some books that the people, they are not autographing no more. I'll just put it that way. So
That's cool.
just change that a little bit there.
But tonight was really informative, I think. I mean, we got to look at a lot of good scoring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll say Mike Badger, Chuck is amazing with the Lincoln pennies and his drawings. I totally agree. Well, they said you can get the Brain book for $50, $35 on Amazon, and $50. As long as the books are good and they're not destroyed, that's a good price for them.
I'll check them out when I get off this thing.
Walter Breen, his books are dated, but there's also the older type things is where Walter Breen is good, okay? And if you want to go modern, then I think, the Wexler, Ken Potter's got some stuff, mainly like Wexler. I'm trying to think of something. I mean, Flynn's out there. Snow, Snow is the guy you go to for your pennies, for the Indian heads and the Flying
I
Eagles.
was going to say, isn't he the one they named the Flying Eagle Airs after, or varieties?
That's Rick Snow.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know that much about him.
Excuse me a second. Bill 457, I'd like to have that website. Email me that, please. Good night, Amy. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for being here, Amy. And Cajun, that's cool. Yeah, I'd like to have a copy of that. I really would.
Like I say, but that's when Alden, that's going to be for when you get into more. If you're going to go to the older types,
right?
Walter Breen is absolutely a must. Anything that is from, say, the modern era, which would be, your Lincoln pennies, Roosevelt dimes, even Mercury dimes.
Right.
I mean, anything from, I would say, the 1900s and forward. Then you can get better reference books today from new authors.
Right.
But
a lot of the coin I have is 1800 stuff. I like the Cat Bus, Seed of Liberty. I've got a lot of that stuff.
Well, now they got specialty books on those too. But Walter Breen will get you definitely. Walter is like an old time. I mean, he was probably the pioneer for putting that kind of a book together, okay, to give you varieties on all these types and everything.
Right.
But I mean, like, you can go get a Cone book for the large sense, Newman, or whoever it is. There's different people. It just, whatever it is, you'll find it. I promise you that.
I guarantee it. Time Traveler, you found a 1795 you bought yesterday? Wow. That's cool. I don't have it. I think 1803 is the oldest I've got American coin.
Some of them, Lemon, you're right. The new authors use a lot of the old research for their books. They have to.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know, Bigfoot. We've done a 20-cent show. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens.
Right.
Bigfoot,
Might be potluck. You never know.
I was gonna say sometime next week, Bigfoot. Me and Daniel from Coin Help You, we're gonna do a live stream on counterfeit coins.
Exactly. Put that up if you would, Lincoln. If you're still here, you've got that info. If you would post that in chat, I'd appreciate it.
We don't have the time frame set yet. We just know it's going to be next Monday,
Right.
not this Monday coming up, but the one after.
A week from Monday. Week
Yeah,
from
A
tomorrow.
week from Monday, right? A week from tomorrow. Well, a week from today.
If you, Robert, if you will email me that information, I'll make sure that I put a video out on it and promote
Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Be happy to
Thank
do
you,
that.
Bill. Yeah, thank you, Alden.
Be happy to do that for you, my friend.
I really appreciate it. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, I think I'll take in, if nobody steals it by the time I get around to making up a site, we'll get a YouTube channel together for a coin club. Basically, it'll just be a coin club.
Sounds
We need
good.
a name for a coin club.
Yeah.
We could just call it the Coin Club.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have no problem with it.
I don't either. That's cool.
Works for me.
Works for me too. But I'm
wonder if
definitely in. I'm definitely in.
I was gonna say, I just wonder how we could do that. So,
I don't know.
Melissa, good night, dear. Wonderful to see you.
Good night,
Nice
Melissa.
to see you, honey. Have a good night, Melissa. Great seeing you, honey. Thank you for being here.
J.C. Wills, the Newsmatic Crime Unit, is looking for counterfeits for reference material to give to law enforcement to help them. Hey, there you go, Lemon. The best damn coin club. I like it. Lemon, you could be our promoter. Thank you, Melissa. Always a pleasure to see you, dear.
Hey, Bigfoot, how you doing, bud?
I kicked myself out of my own stream. Now that's doing something.
That's unique.
That's unique. Hey, leave it to the Yankee to pull it off. If anybody can do it, it's you, man. Okay.
Lemon's head of security, says CJ.
Right.
Well, guys, we all know that on December 2nd, 2019, and well, it was before midnight when we started talking about it. We discussed that. Let's see how many coin clubs are up within a month.
Right.
Really. It wouldn't,
And they'll all
wouldn't
be,
shock me at all, Robert.
swearing up and down. We stole their ideal.
We stole the idea on the Coin Corner channel. They come from here.
The coin. Yep.
Oh, trust me, Alden. I've had that happen many a time.
Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee it, Robert. I guarantee it. Guys, it's been great. Joe Durbin, I
I've
love
had-
you, brother. Thank you for being here. When's your next auction, Joe?
Wednesday night after
Wednesday night.
following Roberts.
Following Robert. And Robert?
It'll be Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, next Friday, I believe. I don't know what my rotation is, but I might. I'm doing two auctions. Either I'm doing two myself or one with me and one with me and Joe.
Okay.
One of the
You got both of them if you wanted them, is how we had talked about it.
Okay. Good.
Okay, then Joe, that's fine. I mean, because I got to get some. With the holiday, and I had some good deals come through. I bought a lot of stuff, so I've got to take and I've got to sell a few things.
Did everybody have a great Thanksgiving, by the way? I hope they did.
Yes.
I was with my mommy having
Of
dinner
course
with her.
they
I had a
had.
blast.
Pumpkin rolls.
Hold on, yeah, hold on a second.
Oh no, he's gonna go get one to show us, Joe.
Oh,
I know what he's gonna do.
yep.
Damn right I am.
Oh, damn right I am. Yep, there it is.
Look at that beautiful.
Oh man,
That's not even right.
man, that is sweet. I want to bite that so bad. I just want a slice of it about that long. That
You know
long.
what? I was going to take. I swear to God, I was going to take, and I was going to lemon buy it now.
Bye now.
But I was gonna take it if I could get away with it. I was gonna send you guys a slice of it because she makes some of the best.
Oh, I guarantee it. I love pumpkin roll. If it's a good one, I love it.
Right.
I haven't had one in years.
I don't even care for pumpkin pie, but I like pumpkin.
No, I don't like pumpkin pie either, but I love pumpkin roll. Oh man, that stuff is good.
I like pumpkin pie, pumpkin roll, pumpkin bread.
Right. Well, you're just a pumpkin.
I've got to go to
I'm gonna say I'm gonna turn into the orange man.
All right, you guys. Thanks for having me up here, Alden. It was great talking with you, Robert. Alden.
Yeah, I'm going to get off here too, guys. I appreciate it. I love having y'all.
I had a blast, guys.
So
I've been on it. It's been a great stream. Thank you all. And we'll do it again soon. Maybe next Sunday night we'll have a different topic, I'm sure. But Robert, you're always invited, and I love it if you be here. Joe, you're part of the family. I mean, you're always here. Thank God.
Right
and
on.
Thank you for that. And I'm a big supporter of CoinOp.
Well, thank you, Alden.
And CoinOp is one of the most recognized, most respected coin channels on YouTube. And Joe Durbin is a great resource. He's got a great auction. Travis at Lemonhead Coins is another one. Has great auctions. Support him. Lincoln, thank you for being the best mod on YouTube and being my right-hand man. Love you all for being here. I'm going to call it good night. Godspeed. God bless. Love you all. Keep hunting. See y'all.
All right.
Take care, all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.